Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your Wednesday midweek edition of the Low Budget LCS, eclipsing the regular LCS broadcast due to unforeseen circumstances. And I am joined by my brand new co-host, the Astral Wells.
Hello, how's it going?
It's going good. Did you have a good Wednesday?
I did. It's been going pretty well.
Cool. Yeah, we have a game for you today. What we have, it is going to be Avalanche versus Let 'Em Cook. Let 'Em Cook, I think formerly the final brain cell from last season. Sammy Two Slap only came for Lels. I am wounded and beyond hurt, Sammy. I thought you needed to do surgery on me. Or is that only for LeChance? Oh.
Well, that makes me feel pretty good.
There you go. You got fans already. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, we are going to be vibing out here at the Low Budget LCS. Commercial Group C action today. I don't know too much about these teams. Do you know stuff about these teams?
I actually don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just op.gg some of them real quick, and we can figure it out.
Yeah,
that sounds fun.
Like yeah, it sounds very fun.
I went grocery shopping right before this. Ooh, we got a spec link. Oh, let's go. Now I get to determine, did I choose this side's right? Yes, I did! Let's go. Ooh, boy, I need to fix the leveling on that. Actually, okay. Yeah, it's actually fine. I'm just capping myself. Okay. Alright. Well, I'm looking up 1op.gg. It appears to be an AD carry for the side of Avalanche. They've been playing a lot of different AD carries. Can't say there's too much specifics there. They have been playing some Jinx. I know Jinx was recently buffed. Lels is kind of quiet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
No, you're good. Because it's the mix in my headphones, so I'm gonna just bump you up and we'll see if that works.
Okay.
Is that better? Keep talking and we'll have them keep updating us.
Got you. Okay, so Sammy said I'm quiet. I see that now. I'm not too sure about that. Well, how do I sound now? How do I sound?
Probably better. I hope better. What was your last solo queue game like? Tell me about that.
For me.
Mm-hmm. Less Force, another new caster this season, says much better. We Gucci.
Okay. It was a interesting one. I think I had to like AFK to play Monopoly with family. But maybe I should have said off the record. Yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Riot, if you're listening, we would never, not for family.
Never.
League's far more important.
Who cares about family, right? Chat.
Yeah. Weird.
It's about
Weird
the grind.
Did you win the game of Monopoly?
No, I didn't.
Did you come close? What was the strat?
I basically had the second half of the board, but the first half was like killing me. So like I was okay like on my like second half of the journey, but like every time I passed go, it was like so bad for me.
Dang.
Yeah.
Rough one. Okay, here's a question. So, oh, they're on the wrong sides. Okay, dang it. Fine. Everything's fine. What is your rule around free parking? Because I always grew up with what I have since learned is essentially a house rule where all money paid to the bank Um,
Goes under free
goes
parking.
under free parking, and then if you land
Yeah.
on free parking, you get all the money, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
See?
that's what I grew up with. What are you
Hmm.
talking about? People played it
Apparently,
differently?
apparently that's not the rules. If you actually like look up the rules, um, the free parking spot in Monopoly is just supposed to be a spot where nothing happens.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Yeah,
But yeah, but
I don't know.
everyone grew up with that rule. But this was like, I don't know. I feel like so many people had that rule even pre-internet. So it's just a
Yeah, it's
fascinating
an
case of,
unspoken rule.
yeah, it's just a universal like, yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean? That of course we know that. It's so interesting. Maybe are there any low budget LCS social anthropologists or whatever? What is this? This is the low budget LCS. We are a rec league for League of Legends. If you want to escape the torment of solo queue and play with nice people,
Yeah,
and
it feels
we
place.
yeah, and we got leagues. We've got economy, commercial, financial, and executive, with those being various skill levels, up to masters players. What kind of surgery do I need? I don't know, Lels. What kind of surgery do I need?
I honestly would think that you need to talk to Sammy about that. He's a surgeon, you know.
True.
There's not much I can really say in that area, but hey, at least as far as free parking, I grew up with money there. I
Yeah.
don't if you landed on it, you claimed money. Pretty interesting stuff though.
Okay, so when we have the low budget LCS Monopoly tournament, money will go under free parking. And we do have bans coming out. So Singed
What?
going to be banned away from Avalanche. Jinx will be banned. We just mentioned that was in their 80 carries play history. Mordekaiser and Sona going to be off the table.
Interesting. So is Sona strong right now? I'm actually not sure. Or is that like something that they play
It
possibly?
it could be a specific one. We will bet Schmeckles. Do you not worry, Akana from Ferox. There will be Schmeckle betting. There will be degenerate gambling with the most valuable currency in the low budget LCS. Aurelian Soul going to be first picked there by Avalanche. What are your thoughts on Asol right now?
Asol, as far as I know, when I see him in solo queue, it seems like he like scales pretty well and he's like giga OP, but I don't know. He seems OP. What about you?
I think he's pretty strong. I know he's slated for nerfs on this next patch. I do think he is exploitable. I think I've lost one solo queue game to Asol, and I think that's partially
Mhm.
because I like to play early game aggressive jungle. I play mostly Vi right now. It's mostly Vi, and I'm kind of sad that we're seeing her so much in pro play because I feel like that definitely means she's teetering towards the chopping block, right? Um,
Yeah.
Ooh, but I like this combination. So picking up the Aurelian Soul with the Jarvan. So Aurelian Soul obviously wants you to kind of stay in one place for his little E execute, and then his Dragon Breath so he can stack it up on you. Stacking it up on you not only does additional damage, right? It builds Starlight for him.
Mhm.
And using his R. Talon, Olaf, Evelyn, the response from Let Him Cook. I like
Wow.
they're bringing the assassins. You know, they're like,
Yeah.
okay, you're gonna pick Asol. We're gonna kill you repeatedly.
Yeah, I got kind of tired of the tank meta, to be honest with you. What about you? I want to
Uh,
see some action.
I'm a sucker for tanks. I like playing tanks, so I don't really mind tank meta because the sort of like gameplay fantasy of being a beefy boy is really uh great for me. Now, with the Olaf and Talon, there's a couple of different places these champs could go, right? It could be Talon jungle, it could be Talon mid, it could be Olaf jungle, it could be Olaf top. Do you have any definite expectations one way or the other, or do you think they're leaving it as a flex?
Mm, honestly, I'm not too sure there. I didn't look into these teams, so I can't really say.
Fair enough. I
Mhm.
didn't either. I kind of expect the Olaf to be top. I know traditionally
Oh,
Olaf has been more of a like jungler. I think if anything's gonna flex, it's gonna be the Olaf. I feel like Talon is just gonna be mid. I feel like Talon is a very straightforward answer to Aurelion Soul. Just wanting to go for him. The low budget LCS. Wait, that's me. What? They're in chat. We're just a couple of cool dudes looking for other cool dudes. That's the all caps for you. That is all we are. Sammy Two Slap says Olaf top, Eve jungle, and Talon mid. Who's on the broadcasting Twitch? I don't know. Stop cheating? No, never. I will never back down. Okay, Zillion gonna be picked up here. So Xayah Zillion bot lane. That's a lot of voiced consonants for us. A Mumu gonna be on the other side. I imagine that's a Mumu support. It could be jungle. Okay, no, that's definitely a Mumu support. Right, it's definitely Eve jungle, Talon mid, Olaf top.
Definitely. Oh, Shen. Yeah. That's an interesting one. I like Shen always. I feel like he's just always a great pick. But what do you think? Do you think this composition do you think they need the Shen? Like, is it essential to like start the fights, or what do you think?
I'll tell you what I think. Quiet down. I'll tell you what I think. Okay, I snuck in here. I snuck in here. All right, here's what I think. They're scared of assassins. Are they scared of death? They might be. Because they picked Shen, Zillion, and Xayah, and that kind of tells me that they're scared of dying. So they're gonna hit R to not die. Final analysis. What do we think out of 10? How good is that analysis?
10 out of 10. It's literally exactly what I was gonna say.
Okay. All right. Well, someone told me to go away and chat. I'm gonna leave. Have a good cast, guys.
Okay, thanks, Buggle.
Thank you.
It was our resident bug, Buggleberry Finn.
Yeah. Pretty interesting, honestly, though. Going back onto that, though, I will say that strategy might work for sure, because Xayah can buy some time using her ultimate to get Shen to like TP onto her with ultimate. I think it's a good strategy.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly gives you a lot of leeway with the assassins. My only concern would be you are putting your eggs into the... They have a very clear damage split. The damage split is Xayah and Aurelion Sol. Jarvan will do some damage. Of course, Shen and Jillian both do some damage. But in terms of major consistent DPS, it is mostly just going to be the Aurelion Sol and the Xayah, and the Aurelion Sol's damage isn't going to come on for a while. So, from my perspective, the purpose of this Jarvan is just going to be get them through the early game, and honestly, more than like looking for kills, which I think you could do in top lane pre-6. Post-6, it's near impossible. I think Olaf just double kills you. You could maybe do with a well-timed mid-gank, depending on how loose with it the Talon is playing. And similarly in bot lane, you could, depending on the health bars. But I think you're more there to counter gank to prevent the Evelynn. Maybe invade Evelynn now that invading's back. Which, oh my god, I'm happy for it. I don't know why Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy 93, sorry. I had Buggle turned up to 200% in my headphones. So when he entered, I think my soul died a little bit.
Yeah. That's interesting. I'm actually curious though. Is there like an interaction that happens like when you die with Zillion ultimate? Does it stop Shen ultimate? Like, does it just count you as dead and then cancel it? Like once your HP bar like dies, or does it like continue to go?
That's so interesting. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. Huh.
Either way, though, I am really looking at Let Him Cook's composition, and the Olaf seems pretty dangerous, but then when J4 ults, like, you can't really cleanse a wall, right? So it's a really interesting one you're gonna see in the mid game, I think, right? I'm just wondering how that's gonna turn out.
Yeah, I think it is going to be quite interesting. I do think the Jarvan ultimate has quite a bit of utility here, with Talon being the only one who can really consistently get out of it. So if you get to that late game with the Aurelion Soul, you're feeling pretty good. However, I don't know if this is still the case, but I know at one point Evelyn had the... It was kind of unexpected, because you don't think of Evelyn... Evelyn scales, obviously, but you don't think of her as, like, the hardest scaling champ, right? You think a Senna, a Veigar, right? Something that stacks infinitely. A Nasus. But Evelyn had the highest win rate at games above, like, 40 minutes or 50 minutes. So Evelyn is another champ that scales extremely well. So it will be interesting to see if we get to that late game, if Evelyn is able to find those picks, or if the stacking power of the Aurelion Soul is just going to be all of it.
Right. Right. And I'm really interested to see like what the Evelyn, this player specifically, does in like the late game, because you might be able to do a lot of damage, but I'm just I mean, I don't play assassins in the jungle, but I would assume it gets pretty hard when the team starts like collecting together.
Yeah, it can be hard. I mean, Evelyn does kind of have that advantage of, like, she is invisible, and so, like, even if you are together, she can sometimes find those picks in the front, or sometimes, as Evelyn, what I like to do is you position behind the enemy team before the fight. Because then when you put your W on someone, usually they start backing up or running away. Now, when the W does complete, it shows them where you are. But by that point, hopefully for the Evelyn, not hopefully for the Xayah or Aurelion Soul, you are too late to stop it, because they're actually right on top of you, and you didn't realize you were running right into them.
Yeah, good point. Actually, there's got to be a lot going on besides just the Evelyn here, right? So at that point, it's just another thing to consider. It's you see that Amumu queue, it might be the end of the world. Honestly, maybe the Evelyn charm wasn't the worst thing.
You only have one Xayah ultimate, and there's an Amumu, a Varus ult, a Talon, and an Evelyn coming at you, right? I mean, an Olaf too, probably, but I think the Olaf is more there to help get through Shen and Jarvan. Which, this has gotta be a hard lane for Shen, right? Anyone in chat know how the Shen Olaf matchup goes?
I think level 1 might be really harsh for Shen, like, specifically, right? Because he just doesn't have that range to match the Q. All the best he can do is really just shield when he's about to get Q'd, if he does, and try to dodge most of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of
it's miserable, says Lest Force. Okay.
Miserable. I would think so too.
Yeah, I would imagine it's not the nicest time for the Shen player. But who knows? Maybe Wolfenshade will just do an exceptional job, and they'll get some solo kills. Who knows? Ooh, I'm getting Steam invites.
Well, it is interesting too, because I mean, Shen could probably, well, he might not do damage, but J4 coming up is a little more threatening than having an early game Evelyn come up top lane, I would think. I mean, there's still the chance that I think that he might 1v2, but I would think Evelyn wants to clear first, and J4 would probably be looking to do early ganks.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll have to see where J4 decides to path. I imagine hooking you up for a kidney transplant. New kidney, let's go!
Let's go.
All right. Let's check out the mastery here. Okay, everyone is on an M. Okay, we've got M4 on the ASOL, but that's new. 14,000 points, pretty respectable on that. And then we got M6 or M7 on most everyone except for the Amumu. But, pretty solid champ mastery across the board. It looks like that Evelyn pick is quite the signature for Tet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
Gotta love the numbers, right?
I love. Are you in game and are you in a black screen?
I am still loading right now, but I'm good. I don't know. I think I'll be fine.
Okay, just let me know when you're in, and I can bring the count out.
Okay.
Classic
Okay, I'm
spectator
in
punch.
and it's black. Yep.
Yep. Okay, are we going now? Are you at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18? Just let me know whenever you catch up. 20, 21, 22,
I'm at
23.
23.
Oh, goodbye, my friend.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
That's the count. He helps us get in time. Control-Shift-Z, and then pull back on scroll wheel if you want to see more of the map.
Oh yeah, I learned that from you guys.
Mm-hmm. Not the count. Sammy, do you have a problem with the count? Am I gonna have to come for you? Huh? Listen, the count will go to brunch with you so hard. So hard. Now, you might not think the count would like brunch, being a vampire and susceptible to sunlight, but he carries a parasol. What do I know, Sammy? Huh?
Interesting. So I'm curious. Where. Okay, so the J4 is starting top.
Yeah, it looks like it is start top path bot. I know they were just talking on the LCS about, I think it was Fudge who was essentially saying, yeah, top's weak right now, so jungle just paths bot and we do what we can up here. And I think that is the reason why Shen is quite a good pick right now, because Shen offers utility to bot lane and mid lane. But I think bot and mid lane are not really arguably, they're just more impactful right now than top lane. So I like to see the pathing down. Evelyn going to be pathing up. I don't think they had the information on the J4 starting top. I think likely it's just, pretty standard. You get the better leash down there, and you just want to get that farm rolling.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just wondering what the Evelyn is looking for top lane though. If that's like the meta to like path bot lane. Maybe it will be an easy kill, maybe not.
Yeah, I mean, as Evelyn here, I would say you can look for the gank. I wouldn't expect to find it. Although, Olaf not having that ultimate available is susceptible to CC pre-6, and as Evelyn, you do have your W, and Olaf is not that mobile. So if he gets low, if there's some heavy trading here, there could be a good Evelyn gank,
Yeah.
Oh my god, Sammy 2-Slap threatening to cut the count out of me by force. Wow.
Oh no. I might have to have a word with him.
Wow. Sammy 2-Slap, resident surgeon, threatening a member of the broadcast. I see how it is. Alright. So what do you think, what about Varus' rune choice here, and what do you think he's building?
Okay. Man. Honestly, I wish I had a better. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Kraken. I think Kraken or Shield though.
I think Someone in his chat is saying maybe they're trying to go lethality because they have that comet, and they started the tier. So maybe they're just going for an early Miramana and then C. I could see going for an early Miramana Moon A, whichever one comes first. I can never remember. And then transitioning into either crit or lethality depending. I could see that being good. Although, wasn't Miramana... Oh, they're coming up to contest this river. Hang on, is going to get stunned up. Miss the X, going to be in trouble. Will drop a bomb and walking out of there. And now coming down full metal and seasonally happy. Gluttony forced to flash over the wall. TTV, I'm Octavius going back in with Q. Ooh, going real deep, but is going to get charmed up. And that is going to be first blood for the Talon Dragon. Excalibur now forced to go away. Mega Buff going to be stunned up, using the cleanse, finds a good root pull. They're going to be alive for now. Gluttony looking for the kill. They're going to find the last auto, but now Gluttony is left alone with 2. This has been quite the explosive bonsai fight. Miss the X, flashes off the wall. Now Full Metal using the dragon autos, just spit the stars at Gluttony until he's dead.
Oh man, that was an interesting fight. I didn't know where that was gonna go.
They just brought everyone, baby. Both teams brought 4 people to bot scuttle fight, and they said, "We will not give up this crab for anything." And honestly, I can't say it turned out particularly bad for either team. Ooh, poking, going in aggressively now. That's a lot of autos. We'll be talking about forces the flash out of Wolf and Shade. Yeah, someone pointing out in the chat, 2 kills now on Aurelion Sol. So
2 kills.
Already has that catalyst. Is going to be pretty darn happy with that one. Likely also got some Stardust. Is at 26 Stardust right now, off of the Q damage that they were spitting out.
Yeah, I think, you know, I was going... Well, I did say that the fight, you know, could have went any way, but now that I know that Aurelion Sol got those 2 kills, I do have a particular feeling about that. What about you?
To play a little bit of devil's advocate, you got a kill on your AD carry, and you got a kill on your Talon. And that allowed Talon to get Serrated Dirk, and an extra long sword. And so that means he is more able to harass the Aurelion Sol like he's trying to do right now, but he is taking quite a bit of damage. Seasonally Happy, gonna look for this, but he will hit 6, and now Tet is coming as well. Full Metal forced to use that W to go away. Seasonally Happy not quite having the Cataclysm yet, could be in a little trouble, forced to flash away as the Evelyn Charm just fully stacks.
Yeah, definitely. I wasn't expecting him to turn 6 there. That was really good.
A really good utilization there of the, you know, maybe it's being lucky, maybe it's knowing your breakpoints. Not sure, right?
Right.
You know, we're just gonna say, oh, absolutely calculated, knew exactly which minion it was gonna happen on, right? But the other, okay, I thought that was gonna be something real quick. The other thing that's nice about getting your money on the Talon isn't just its aggression into ASOL, which I think we just saw can be a little tough, but you see such a huge farm differential in this mid lane. So Talon is going to be able to, with that a little bit of extra gold, push out that wave and then maybe go to affect the other sides of the map, whereas Aurelion Sol, if he tries to do that, he could get jumped on by any number of people.
Right, yeah, that's a very fair point.
ASOL going aggressive now onto this blue buff will be flashed away by Tet. Tet just going to walk up.
Interesting. So Evelyn does get the blue buff, but J4 is in the bot side of the map.
Yeah, J4 is saying, oh, we see Evelyn topside. I will take the dragon. They have the scuttle as well, so this is just going to be a nice, good first early Drake, which I like out of this team. They're, you know, they're using that early game aggression in the Jarvan to secure something that is also going to help them potentially scale into the late game. Miss the X here, looking mid. Dragon Excalibur going to go in, but will get not stunned up by those bombs. Able to just flip over the wall.
So, I do see Evelyn down here trying to get the blue, but it doesn't seem like J4 knows that she's there.
Ooh, Gluttony might be in a little trouble here. Coming to Seasonally Happy. Flag and Drag Cataclysm means that the AD carry is just going to go to the Death Realm. Now TTV, I'm Activius uses that Q to stung up Seasonally Happy so they can stay a little bit alive. Bomb going on top. Is he going to live? Oh, missed the X. Finds it this time. And now I think Evelyn is 6. They do have to be careful.
Yeah, this is where it does start to get dangerous. Because that invisibility kicks in.
Yeah.
It's no joke.
The other nice thing about having this Talon that's going to get out and roam is he can help Evelyn get rid of those pink wards to allow her to move more freely around the map. Now, I do like, from the side of Avalanche, they have already put pink wards in critical jungle entrances and exits. So you got one in Tribush down there, and you got one in the top towards blue buff. Already placed down. They had one in Dot Brush, but obviously that got taken.
Yeah, what I like, what I'm seeing in the mid lane right now, and which I like, is that the Talon got that lead with Serrated Dirk, and is also CSing and harassing pretty well. So they made the best out of that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, despite being down a kill, 30 CS farm lead means that this Talon is 400 gold ahead of the Aurelion Soul, despite the bot river shenanigans that occurred.
Right. Yeah. It's a pretty dangerous spot. It looks like he's halfway done with his mythic.
Yeah. Just needs to finish off his completion costs. Now, in Talon, what mythic do you go? Is it Eclipse, or is it... No.
I think it's between Prowlers and the one that makes you go invisible.
King gonna be taken quite low underneath their turret as they pulled off a bot to top spot. Now we have them jumping into the mid pit. Dragon Excalibur just gonna get absolutely deleted, but Full Metal is gonna be trapped. Tet now gonna go forward, will find the charm, but Full Metal is gonna be resurrected by Miss the X. Now Tet has to run. Seasonally Happy and Miss the X so ready with so many movement speeds, so many dashes to chase down this Evelyn, and they are gonna get 2 kills for nothing.
Interesting. This has to be diveable top lane, right?
Yeah, I mean, King got pretty low off of that. They are bringing up this Amumu now that their top lane has rotated as well. Miss the X gonna go try to support Igabajif. King looking to help, but they're way too low, so TTV I'm Octavius is gonna be able to find a little bit. But is it going to be enough? King just doesn't want it, but that's fine! Because TTV I'm Octavius finds the Amumu solo kill.
Interesting. I thought that the play was going to turn into something there, but I didn't notice Azalian didn't have R.
Yeah. Yeah, and just a little bit too late roaming up from that dragon fight means that Amumu gets away with the sneaky one. Now Tet's here to defend on the Herald. Herald will get that charge off, though. Dragon Excalibur looking for Miss the X. Miss the X, no revive available, is just going to get found by the Bladed Assassin.
At the end of the day, the Talon will always find you.
Yeah. And now we've got a little, ooh, they're going to look on a Seasonally Happy here. Dragon Excalibur going pretty deep. Charm is going to land, but they are not going to be able to follow that one up. Prowler's mostly on Talon, Eclipse, Scoredrinker, Dustblade have a combined 20% play rate. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, but this is Eclipse, so fuck me, I guess. Alright, well, it is going to be the Eclipse, almost doubling the farm of his lane opponent. Although, obviously, when we talk about lane opponents, that's all got out the window, because we have Olaf against Aurelion Sol top, we have Zillion laning into a Mumu Talon, and we have Shen laning into the Varus, although the Varus is now coming up mid.
Yeah, I'm very curious what's gonna happen right now with this dragon. I'm not sure what's going to happen.
It looks like a fight is brewing in mid lane. Seasonally Happy will get spotted out by that tank. Now, I wonder who... I bet the Olaf wins the straight-up 1v1 Asol versus Olaf. Oh, he's going to use that ultimate, forcing the ult out of Olaf there. That's pretty crucial.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not going to want to go in right after that. Especially with that damage.
Yeah. So using that... I don't know if this guy's descended. I don't know if the Aurelion Sol ult was stacked up. But, just using that to force out the Olaf ultimate, buy yourself some space, buy yourself a little bit more time, which is ultimately all this Asol needs. Meanwhile, we've got 3 members looking on the dragon, and it's just going to go down again. Avalanche are on top of these.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing, because Evelyn, they don't really want to go in there, especially with the 3-in-1 J4. Things are looking pretty insane right now.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, though, the major additions is not really in terms of gold. So, Let 'em Cook are actually up in gold, just a little bit. But they're up, mostly owing, I think, due to farm difference in the mid lane. Because that's where most people go, okay, Amumu going to go down, miss the X, Igaba Jiff. Going to be stunned up. Tet now available as well. That's going to be a stun. Forced to use the ultimate. And the Zillion ultimate means that Cataclysm is going to go down. Dragon Excalibur going to have to be careful. Able to hop over the wall, but has a Zillion Bomb on him. And that's going to mean he just dies. Tet forced to use the other ult to try and run away. But Full Metal's coming here. They're going to use the either. Not quite going to be able to find it, but flash forward from Seasonally Happy. Misses the Chains of Corruption. So now Full Metal is just flying forward. And the Dragon's Breath claims the sad mummy.
I feel for Amumu. Wow, it's crazy because the Xayah bought so much time there. You know, with her ultimate into the Zillion R, it's just really hard to jump onto her, right?
I mean, they have built this team, as Bug also eloquently mentioned for his 2 seconds today. He said, hey, they don't want to die. And you know what? They're not dying. They're using those tools in order to keep the target of this assassin aggression alive and buy enough time for the people who are more resistant to them to just come in and clean it up.
Yeah, the Talon, I really feel like their lead right now, it's very scary, but I think that Aurelion Sol is getting to that point where if you're not in the same side of the map, what can Talon really do to you? And so I'm kind of wondering if Aurelion Sol should be matching the Talon, but I think that damage-wise, they probably will.
Yeah, I think Asol isn't quite at the point where his damage is okay. Change of Corruption going to hit this time. That's going to be a stun. That's going to be Revive having to be used again. They are going to try and wait this one out, and Sniper with the arrow. Is he going to get it? It's good! Oh. Gluttony finds Igabachith. Tet now going to have to try and find the Demon Shade, try and live up, uses the ultimate to jump away. Now Octavia is looking to go in, but Wolfen Shade finds it. Now EQ Flag and Drag does so much damage onto Gluttony, and he's going to fall. Foe King came down, but just not quite fast enough.
Wow. That I really liked how that played out between Shen and J4. It just looked really nice how they both combined their attacks. It was a double taunt into J4 dashing, and that was a nice little cleanup.
Yeah, absolutely, positively, and you know. They finally managed to kill Xayah. You know, Gluttony did a great job waiting out the Zillion's ult, sniping with the arrow. But then Avalanche just said, you know what, we're going to keep this stone rolling and continue that fight. And they, you know, absolutely clean up. I mean, this Jargon is just doing so much. It is going to be CC Immune going forward. Going to be forced to run away now. Gluttony here to help. So is going to be able to walk out just fine. But Full Metal on the flank. The Dragon comes. That's a taunt. That's an execute. And that is probably going to mean 1 minute on this Dragon, and Herald going down to the mid lane. Avalanche are just absolutely dominating right now.
Yeah, it seems like they're just on it as far as objectives. Like, the Dragon's coming up right now, and then there's a Herald mid. It just seems like they're on it right now.
Yeah. Doing quite a good job. Getting, you know, most of the inner turret there down. Dragon spawning in 30, though, and they did use quite a... Well, I guess they didn't actually use too much there in that mid-fight, but... You know, some things not available. Aurelion Sol ult might be up by the time Dragon spawns, but it is 19 seconds.
Ooh, Talon.
Ooh, going forward. Cataclysm now going to be used. Flash forward. That is a 4-person Amumu ultimate. Igabajif forced to use the cleanse out there, but Full Metal's going to go on a rampage. You know, the rest of the team just couldn't find it. Shen goes in with the Jarvan, and Gluttony is going to be in so much trouble. Dragon Excalibur trying to find the kill, trying to find the assassination, is going to be able to go out. CC Immune forcing out the ultimates. Foe King doing such a good job in this back end, but they have so many don't die abilities that it ends up being just fine. Tet looking for the damage, goes backwards with the Evelyn ultimate to find the Xayah in the back of that one. Getting something for their team, but now the whole team flashing after her. They don't want to let her live for that, and Seasonably Happy is going to take them down.
Wow, what a great fight. Because they have to fight for that Dragon. They can't let any more objectives go to the other team, right? And so they play that out really well.
Yeah. Absolutely, and it does look like this is going to be that lethality of RS Yomu's Ghostblade. Actually going to be the first item picked up here for Gluttony, while they're letting that tier stack right on up. Yeah, so talk to me about how Let 'em Cook are going to cook and get back into the game.
Well, I mean, when you're cooking, right? You really think about what what you're cooking. You don't think of the moment of what it looks like while it's cooking. If it looks raw or whatnot, you're not focusing on that. You're focusing on what the finished product is, right? So I think just give it some time, let it simmer.
Octavia's going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Gets stunned up, gets taunted up. Does able to find one bandage toss to buy some time for now. Change of Corruption going to go out, but that's not quite going to be enough. Gluttony now might be in a little bit of trouble, but is able to take that blast cone over the wall.
Yeah.
Luffy, oh, hang on. Ultimate going in the mid lane, dragging Excalibur and looking to do the damage on the Seasonally Happy, but yet again, the Zillion is there with the bailout and missed the X. I don't think that's the right name for you, okay? I'm gonna be honest, Tet, trying to look to do the damage here. They get quite a bit in. Gluttony coming as well. Forces the ult to be used out backwards, though. Because Miss the X has been hitting all game. I mean, they have the same scoreline as Jarvan does as a Zillion.
Yeah. This Zillion is doing some stuff, for sure.
Yeah, you can't Killian this Zillion, except for the one time that you did, but we don't talk about that one.
Oh, we look the other way.
Have you seen the old classic Can't Killian the Zillion, like, video? From, like, way back?
No, I actually haven't, but I might have to.
It's pretty funny. I don't know, I feel like we could watch that on stream and be fine. I won't just unless...
Let's do it.
I'm wondering. I think that's technically fine. I mean, people do reacts on Twitch all the time, right?
Yeah, they definitely do.
Here's what we'll do. We can post in the Discord. Meanwhile, Dragon might be in a little bit of trouble. Olaf going unstoppable, but seasonably happy. Just too much damage on the Prince of Demacia. But now Dragon, Excalibur, and Gluttony looking to come back, looking to fight him. Seasonally happy, forced to flag and drag over the wall. Now is going to look... Dragon Excalibur just going straight for the Dragon. Shen Ultimate going to be used up, and Dragon Excalibur is forced to run away, but now I give a GIF. Now here, going to go down to Seasonally Happy. I'm Octavius. Finds a 3-mana Mumu ult. It's so good, but there's just not enough damage coming over the top here. They're just too beefy.
Wow. I was ready to chant, let them cook, but they won't die on the enemy team. They just don't. That Shen in the bot lane, oh man, ulting in, it gives that false sense of security, right? You see Aurelion Soul die, and then Shen's there.
Yeah. They don't have vision on this right now. I wonder if the Evelyn will be able to find it. Evelyn's smites are extremely powerful. Ult backwards to go into the pit, but a little bit too early. Looking to do it, looking to find it, but they are going to stop the DPS long enough, and that is a clean Baron secured for the side of Avalanche.
Yeah, I give that a nice attempt. I saw what they were trying to do. I give them respect for that.
They would do this 100%. 100%. Yeah.
So, what do you think about the J4 scaling at this point? Do you think that it's it's at that point where it's he starts to fall off, or what do you think?
When you have 4,000 gold ahead of your opponent, scaling doesn't really matter. At this point, Jarvan starts to build those luxury items. Where it's just like, Evelyn does some amount of damage, and so does Amumu, I guess, so I'm gonna build myself a Hex Drinker. That's fine. I don't need anything else. I've got my Cleaver. I've got my Gore Drinker. I'm perfectly happy. I do think, though, Evelyn, as I've said, hang on, Gluttony forced to flash away. The Dragon's breath is just so long at this point. How much Stardust does my boy have? 201 Stardust on the Aurelion Soul here.
Is that infinite?
It's an infinitely scaling passive. Ooh! Getting out of the Jarvan Cataclysm with the Blast Cone. You know, I have been impressed. Octavius is in a very sad spot because they have to go in on a Mumu. There's no other option. Tet, looking for another steal, does have the ultimate available. Will it be able to find it? Last caress? No! Not quite. Is able to get out of the pit with it. But Seasonally Happy is on it with the smites.
You know, this is looking tough.
Yeah, well, they did get Channel. But no, Evelyn genuinely scales extremely hard, and I don't know what runes exactly Tet took, but I know that a lot of them take, what is it called? Gathering Storm. Think of a GIF, might be in trouble. Faux King, able to find it behind here, but now there's 3 members here. Goes immune. Let's see if they can heal through it. Now that's going to be a kill for the Vestian.
It's a really rough game because I can see every reason why the Let Them Cook wants to do these fights, right? I can see it, and I think they play some of them really well.
Yeah. Ooh, Evelyn, gonna look for this on the Xayah here. Gonna try to will stop her recall, but gets a little bit scared seeing the 3 members hovering around her. So, just a little bit unfortunate on that one. Seasonally Happy looking to take away this red buff maybe, but Octavius is going to come and help out there. Evelyn, just make sure that one can't get stolen away. Now, something else I will say for the side of Let 'Em Cook. They have a lot of burst potential. They've got 2 Eclipse Young. The Talon and the Varus are basically building the same thing. Varus just going to be able to pick up that red buff there. So if you can, manage to bush cheese or isolate someone, you can do quite a lot of damage in a very short period of time. And with some of the very large shutdowns on Jarvan, on Zilean, especially I think Zilean, because as Zilean you don't really want to use your ult for yourself, so maybe if you can get that Zilean ult out, and then you can find Zilean if he goes for a greedy ward, or if he goes aggressive in your jungle,
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely comes down to the right place and right time for Let 'Em Cook, because they definitely can do damage, and you've seen that.
Dragon Excalibur just going to take so much damage here. Seasonally Happy, not going to let him go. Now Full Metal comes here. Tet looking to find the damage, forced to ult away as the dragon's skies descend. And the sad mummy dies yet again, with no friends by his side.
I love the flash on J4. That was a very aggressive play. Did not let him go.
Oh no, yeah. That's like definitely not how you exactly want to be using your flash, but it feels good. Oh, Acel going aggressive here. Gluttony taking so much damage. Now I do see a good point in the chat. Less4 says, Game 1 is just the preheating. They're going to cook on Game 2.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, Octavius going in. Seasonal Happy going to be quite low. Flag and Dragon to go back in. And Shen ultimate is so massive on the backside. Tet looking for the damage, looking to find it, but ult not available now. Faux King going to be the last one left alive. Going to look to try and DPS through it. Try and heal up. But the Viking versus 5 is not going to be enough. And we are going to go into Game 2.
Yeah, I totally agree with chat. It definitely is, one of those things where you start with an entree, right? You're gonna cook some way better shenanigans Game 2 and 3. I would think it's gonna be a banger next game.
Absolutely. I mean, Let 'Em Cook for certain. I mean, they're called Let 'Em Cook. They're gonna have something wacky up their sleeve, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I can see, like, from this game that there are a lot of there's a lot of like fights where it seems like the right thing to do. It just the enemy team, they just don't die. So it's just really rough. But I really want to see them cook this next game. They will not turn off the stove, a sleepy Gruden.
In fact, we're gonna light up the barbecue.
Let's do it.
Let's get the smoker prepped. Get some of those cedar wood chips nice and ready. Get those charcoals going. Maybe pop open the air fryer. Get a sous vide machine out. You know, we're bringing out all the appliances. Waffle maker, panini press. I don't care. Bring me AD Lilia. You know, I want to see something spicy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very curious what the difference is going to be as far as like compositions for this next game, because we saw the assassins right off from the bat. So I'm just wondering what comes next.
Yeah. I'm waiting with bated breath to see this next draft. Okay. What are you changing in that draft for this game if you're Let 'Em Cook? What are your adaptations?
If I am Let 'Em Cook, I think I would change possibly the Olaf top, just because it's something that works well against your laner, against like the Shen in that game. But I don't think that out of lane they can really do much if behind. And even if they are ahead, it just is really tricky getting to the back line, I would think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So probably that. What about you?
Ban Asol. Pick Yumi. That's my prescription.
Yumi was banned.
Yumi was banned second rotation. So Yumi was available that first rotation. If we want to go back and look at the draft. So I could say, you know, I don't think Jinx makes that game particularly harder. You know, maybe set out the Jinx ban for an Aurelion Soul ban. Get yourself some Yumi action, or maybe if you get blue side, take away the Jinx, bank on them not picking Yumi because you ultimately banned Yumi, and then pick Yumi your second rotation. Have some Jinx Yumi action, huh?
I may be wrong. Was it Necrome answer? But I think Yumi is a cat, not a rat.
Yeah, but for the rat, you'd need to pick Twitch. And then, actually, here's another thing. Steal the Shen, go full submarine, alright? Shen, Twitch, Yumi. Yumi goes on Twitch. Shen, ults Twitch. Then, all of a sudden, you're minding your own business in your lane. You're CSing, you're fine. Maybe your support roam because no one's bot. Boom, there's 3 people in your face. You're dead. You know? Bring him the cheese. Bring him the cheese. It does look like they are going to swap sides for us here. So I am just going to try and get logos all set.
Interesting. I'm not sure. Like, I really want to see Rakan come out from Let 'Em Cook as well. I feel like if that isn't banned, I feel like it would be an interesting change in direction, because I feel like, you know, Rakan goes burr. You know,
Yeah. I mean, Rakan does in fact go burr. Wait. Oh no, I got it right. Okay, cool. Cool. My brain just she's a very rat-like cat. Cats are rats. I think that's not true. I'm not like a phylogenetic scientist, but I'm pretty sure rats are not cats. Zillion gonna be on the chopping block this time. Here for Let 'Em Cook.
Rats eat rats.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you are what you eat, so I guess maybe by the transitive property.
Oh, yeah, you got a point there.
Okay. All right.
Zillion.
Yeah, Zillion and Ace are going to be banned out. So just saying, okay, we know we don't want the Singe, but Everything else from game one, that shit's gotta go. And I think rightfully so that both the Acel and the Zillion were a huge issue for Let 'em Cook in game one, and so they are going to force Avalanche to adapt out here for game two.
Yeah, definitely. I think Aurelion Sol made it very difficult in many fights because they just created like a lot of space, and J4 doesn't allow you to have that.
Yeah. J4 still available, though. We'll see if Let 'em Cook decide they could first pick the J4 here. I'm excited to see what their first pick is. They didn't like the old man. They did not like the old man. Yumi's a rat in a cat costume to hide its demonic nature. Okay. Set! Gonna be the first pick here from Let 'em Cook. Interesting. So, different technology coming out. Set, I could be mid. Just gonna instantly pick up the Jinx, something that was on the ban block. And so I prescribed this, but I prescribed it for the other team. Well, okay, exploit the Yumi, kill Jinx, then kill the cat. Get a lot of double kills. There you go.
I've been hearing a lot about Yumi and the rework and just a lot of changes lately. What has changed? I have not kept up with that.
Okay, so I would need to read the patch notes to be sure, but her ultimate no longer roots, but it gives them, it gives whoever is like on her best friend. So they made it so that Yumi can't just like hop back and forth between people willy-nilly. She gets like bonuses and buffs and things get empowered the longer she stays on one person. So it's really going to be Yumi is going to be on Jinx most of the game. I don't think they're mad at that, but that's just where she's going to be. They made it so you can't control Q as much. Q goes faster, but you can only control it for the first like little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They also made it a little bit smaller.
Yeah. Okay. So the first part you mentioned, that's pretty interesting. So are you telling me that if I AFK in my solo queue game and I pick Yumi, I will make my teammate stronger?
Not exactly. It empowers her abilities. It doesn't just empower her teammates. And also they changed it so I think it's when she hits abilities, she'll heal people, but they changed her E, so now it's a shield instead of a heal.
Man,
So
I might have to look at that patch note.
Yeah, she is getting nerfed next patch. She was already hotfix nerfed, and I think she's getting nerfed again. Because she's a little strong.
Oh man, the Darius ban, that hurts me as a Darius player.
And Jarvan ban also coming out.
No,
there's no Darius ban. Darius is up. Darius is available.
It was a quick hover. I'm actually looking at the stream because I don't have like the spectator link.
Oh, okay. I can DM that to you. It should be in the lobby
Oh, is it
chat.
at the bottom? I see it.
Yeah. I'll DM it to you for good measure, just so you get overwhelmed with links. So now Avalanche are going to pick up the Shen. Wait, they had the Shen last time. Yeah. Because they had all the not die tools. So Senna Seraphine going to be the bot lane adaptation from Let 'em Cook. I like that. Farming Seraphine can do a lot of damage. I think it's probably going to be Farming Seraphine. And then Victor. So this time they're going very much for a we want you to come into us kind of comp. And I think that works pretty well into Avalanche's current comp. Jinx will be able to stay somewhat far away, but Wukong and Shen absolutely have to dive into this team. And that's where Set will thrive, that's where Seraphine will thrive, and that's where Victor will thrive. Looks like they're going to round it out with a Kayn pick.
Yeah, they definitely changed the composition all around, and I like it.
Yeah. Kayn pick, I imagine, is likely to try and... I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to go blue Kayn here and exclusively try to kill Jinx. That makes it predictable, but also, I think, possibly quite effective.
Yeah. The Shen is the consistent thing here, and you can never go wrong with that. But there's the Annie.
Ooh. Annie. Okay. Has been pretty strong. I think she was strong before the buffs, and then the buffs just made everyone play her. Kind of my hot take on that. But, quite good right now. Strong mid laner, good pick potential. Really quite able to delete most of the members of Let 'em Cook if they get, off kilter or they're not quite ready for it. But yeah, excited to see what we get cooking here in this game 2.
Yeah. I personally I really like the setup top lane this time into Shen. I don't know why. I just think that he's actually I think into like the mid and late game, I don't think he's as bad as an Olaf. I think that having set ultimate into like a W, bringing the team closer to the enemy team closer together or further apart is pretty good.
Yeah, I think Set accomplishes quite a bit of damage here too. There's a lot of damage, especially if Let 'em Cook can scale a little bit. This time I think Let 'em Cook definitely have the harder scaling team. Well, I don't know. Yes, right? Surely. Victor Senna Seraphine versus Yumi Jinx. Yumi Jinx scales well, but I feel like at a certain point the Seraphine Senna is too much of a problem for it. I don't know. I actually don't know.
I'm looking at Let 'em Cook this game. I will stand by that. I think that with the Senna, Victor, and Seraphine, it's gonna be a crazy game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, okay. If we see another bot side river 4v4, who do you think wins?
I can't. I'm not sure I can answer that. I really. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't have an answer. But one thing I do want to see is I want to see a set ultimate into a Seraphine ultimate. And I want to see that happen. I don't know why, but I do. I just want to see someone get tossed into a Seraphine ultimate just for eye candy. If I see that, my life is complete.
All right. I want to see that too. I have seen some fun interactions with Set and people being reoriented. There was a time where I may have accidentally queued a Set when I was playing Vi and made his W hit my team when it might not have otherwise, but it's fine.
Oh man. Clip or it didn't happen.
I think I might have the clip somewhere. If I do, I can post it.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's gonna miss completely, and then you queue.
Well, it wasn't gonna miss completely. It was just not gonna. The core wasn't gonna hit. Also, for those of you who want to see it, I am gonna put the Can't Killian the Zillion video in the community tab in the low budget LCS. So go ahead and have fun with that if you want it.
But going into Avalanche's composition, because I feel like we haven't talked too much about that. What do you think the late game will look like, or like the mid game specifically, with the Wukong into Shen ultimate? I feel like there's some backline potential. Like
there's quite a bit of backline potential there. I think mid game is going to be a game of who hits their ultimate first. Is it Seraphine or Wukong? Because those are your two big team fight tools, and if Wukong knock up hits a bunch of people, stun Tibbers also counts there. Then you have the Shen coming in over the Wukong. Those two can dive into the back line, and it will be pretty tough. So it'll be interesting to see how the Set plays this, how the Foe King does, because I wonder if he's going to play more aggressively, try to kill the Jinx, try to kill the Annie, or if he's going to play a little bit more defensively, try and facebreaker the Wukong and Shen off of their backline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I totally agree, though. I think that whoever pulls the trigger in the team fights first gets a huge advantage and possibly just wins the team fight outright. But it seems like last game it wasn't that simple, but this game, I think things might change up because of the different picks.
Yeah, absolutely possible. The team fights are very interesting because I think if it's a short team fight, I feel like Avalanche might win it just because that probably means that Stun Tibbers did a ton of damage. Like Stun Tibbers, Wukong, Alt Jinx Rocket sounds terrifying. Plus Yuumi all over the top. But if it's slightly longer, that Chaos Storm is allowed to tick, the set is able to build up grit, the Seraphine is able to throw a bunch of spells over the top, I think it goes to the side of let him cook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and to be honest with you, I think if we're looking at let them cook, they are sort of squishy, right? So all it takes is that one combo into one of them, and Jinx is running all the around the rift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see here what the king goes for runes. That'll give us some indication of what their game plan is. If they're gonna go a little bit more robust, Gore Drinker style, or if they're gonna go Prowler's Claw, Blue Cane Assassin style. I expect Prowler's Claw personally because I've been seeing more of it, and I think it might be better here, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. And yeah, it's pretty interesting. So I'm kind of curious what your thoughts are with the Victor Annie matchup in lane.
I don't know. I'm not sure how the range. I think Victor has a little bit of range with the E, especially when it's empowered. That'll be nice, but I'm not sure. Annie does have the slight advantage with, I think, resources in terms of she gets that mana back when she farms with Q. If you're just farming with Q and you're hitting it, you're not going down on mana. Whereas Victor does not have that luxury. So I think Annie gets the slight edge. Also, if Annie hits 6, if Annie hits 6, it could be instant death for Victor, whereas if Victor hits 6, it's not instant death for Annie unless she's particularly low.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
So
yeah, and with Shen, I don't think he has an easy matchup. It's really like, about saving your taunt and using it for the last moment to get out and dodge that W. And if he does that, I think that he can make it safely, but it's still gonna be a tricky matchup top lane.
That is for sure. It is not going to be the easiest game here, as I need to rearrange some logos. There we go. But I think he showed us that he is perfectly capable of playing this very relaxed Shen in the first game. So, full faith there.
Luffy93 says voting on the team that has Yuumi.
I mean, listen, I was saying that the antidote to losing game 1 was pick Yuumi, and then the other team got Yuumi. So I'm not saying that that's where my vote is as well, but it might be.
It's a black screen again for me. I'm not sure if you're in here yet.
I am in on a black screen. Just keep clicking the little bar down here, and we will be good to go. Hopefully in a little bit.
Oh, do you usually click all the way at the... Okay, there it is.
Yeah. Are you at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Okay, goodbye.
I will join you. Yeah. 13.
Wow, that was quite the loud voice line in my ear. I don't know if that was Shen or if it was Kane. They said something about catching a ninja.
Oh, that was Shen.
Shen, okay. Shen was whispering me those sweet, sweet nothings.
If light's so fast, how come it hasn't caught a ninja? I think it is, right? I believe that's it. I'm going to feel like a fool if it's not.
You'll feel like a mighty fool, but Mighty Fool's a great guy, so don't worry about it.
Ooh.
Let us know in chat if that's the voice line, or like copy and paste the voice line from the wiki.
Yeah, tell me I'm wrong.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah.
We make
So
Avalanche just a little bit smaller so that Shen's portrait isn't covered.
yeah, I'm kind of curious. Is there a different path in this game?
It looks like... Oh, they have a new jungler. So...
Or let him cook? Okay.
Let Him Cook have pot brewed a whole new jungler for Game 2 on QE Mew. So they're gonna both junglers are gonna go bot to top, so both of them pathing top lane. Although you can always 3 camp bottom. It looks like Kane is opting to do chickens, Krugs first and then go for the red. You could always 3 camp bottom and then gank bot. I like to do that quite a bit in solo queue. We'll back it up for us just a bit.
I'm kind of curious what the benefit you get off of that. I'm not too experienced, but
So
I'm not sure.
the main benefit is information. So Gluttony and TTV Octavius are going to hit level 2 first. They're going to find a root. They're going to find so much damage here onto Igabajif. Igabajif is going to go incredibly low, forced to fast underneath the turret. But TTV I'm Octavius gets the first blood.
Let's go.
The cat will be left alone and sad, hiding underneath the turret. Yumi the magical cat, missing... What is it? Who's Yumi the magical cat's, like, owner? She has a name.
You read the
Nymeria?
lore? I'm not sure.
And they talk about it in players seasonally. Happy, though. Looking for a gank on the top lane. Foking going to be forced to flash away. Nora, thank you, chat. Toku NJT, I imagine that is one Toku Finn. Huh?
So is Nora dead?
No, I think Yumi's just looking for Nora. Oh, coming back for the repeat gank, but a Facebreaker is going to mean that maybe not too happy to be there. You can take the engage tools away from Octavius, but you can't take away the mindset. The Amumu player in a Senna body. There you go.
Yeah. So my little comment is that you know they were preheating game 1. They are cooking game 2.
Yeah, you know, they turned the oven up to 450, and it just wasn't preheated high enough by the time game 1 ended, right? So now they're actually able to get the pizza in there and get that crust on it, and that crust is a Senna that flashes forward.
Yeah. I totally agree with that.
QEMU looking to get some orbs here. Oh, speaking of, QEMU did go the Conqueror, so that does lead me to think this might be more of a Rost game rather than a Shadow Assassin, but we are going to have to wait and see.
That is a big wave in the bot lane.
But farming Seraphine absolutely has the tools to deal with these large waves. Yeah, they're cooking pizza. They're cooking good-ass pizza. Actually, chat,
Ooh,
what is your favorite kind of pizza? Yeah, are you Chicago deep dish? Are you New York style? Are you thin crust? Are you Sicilian? Are you Detroit? Like, what's your poison? Okay, Igabajif is going to be able to dodge out quite a bit of the CC this time. I'm Octavius. Going to take a bit of damage, but not too much that's going to fully dissuade them from keeping things going here.
Yeah, both junglers are down here in the bot lane. It's pretty scary what could happen.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Drake 2 minutes later, so it's 7 minutes in game 1. They might be looking for early Drakes, but Seasonally Happy doubling over the wall. I'm Octavius is going to be incredibly low. Looking for one more Q to get some health and do some damage back on the Seasonally Happy. A huge shield means that Seasonally Happy might be in trouble. Not quite going to be enough Gluttony. Going to look to do the damage. Flashes away. Not quite going to hit it. Will get the return kill, but Igabajif is here, and the Zapper finds it. But Kane now also available, but we're not going to go down there, as Igabajif is just able to run away. Poking. Finding the damage.
Yeah.
Does have the ultimate available now, but likely won't die here. His health bars are a little bit low. New York style, no question. Okay. I do think New York style is probably like, I would call that, if I'm just having pizza, right? And like that's the style of pizza it is, I'm just gonna call it pizza, right? Whereas if I'm having Chicago deep dish, I'm gonna call it Chicago deep dish. But I think New York style pizza is pizza, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I haven't had neither of the two.
Okay, Chaos Storm Ultimate going down onto full metal, but now Seasonably Happy in the mid lane. Gravity Well is going to be used there, Dragon Excalibur, and going to be pretty okay here, level 6 to level 4, but don't want to let him get too many free hits off. He will shred your armor. Full metal just trying to catch the wave, trying to receive it, is going to use that Tibbers to just farm it up. Okay, I'm going to alt-tab for just a moment because I forgot to set the overlay.
I'm surprised they're still lane.
The narrative for this match, Crimson Stick, is that Avalanche won Game 1. This is a best of 3. We're early on in the low-budget LCS this season. This is commercial, Group C. So this is going to be a mix of silver to plat players-ish. And Let 'em Cook are looking to cook their way into a Game 3, while Avalanche are looking to close this one out. Stun's going to be found by Igabajif. Onto Igabajif, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, calzones. Calzone, that is an interesting option.
Does that count as pizza?
I'm Octavius, just absolutely decimating Igabajif down here, going so aggressive on this setup.
Right, because is it deep dish that they consider like a pie, like an actual?
So deep dish is when the sauce is on top, right? When it's like it's got the high wall crust, sauce is on top, cheese is on bottom, or at least that's Chicago deep dish. I think technically some people call Detroit style deep dish as well, although I don't. Detroit style is just like you have a lot of cheese and it's in a deep dish pan and it goes all the way out to the crust, but it's still crust, sauce, cheese. Although the dough is still, it's also pretty fluffy, so it's kind of like a hybrid between the two.
Mm-hmm. I just saw the logo for Let 'em Cook, and I love it.
Thank you. I made that today. Let 'em Cook said they didn't have a logo, and so I was like,
now.
"You do now." It's like, yeah. A calzone is too far gone to be considered pizza. Okay, how about if you just took a pizza and folded it in half? Huh?
Well,
is that pizza?
I don't know the technicality. I don't want to piss anyone off, to be honest with you.
Oh, go ahead. Make them mad.
It's not pizza!
There you go.
I don't know.
Oh, Full Metal might be in a little bit of trouble here. Chaos Storm going to go down. Slow is going to be here, but so is Seasonably Happy going over the wall. Cyclone available, and Shen is now here. Kyle Mew, looking at the damage, is going to be able to find the kill, but trades their life. However, as Kane, I don't think you're unhappy with that. You're going to get more gold, and you're going to get more orbs towards form. Gluttony using the ultimate is going to charm up. Cleanse is available, but Root is going to go down. Senna ult going over the top. Not quite going to be able to find the damage, and the Yumi heals are coming out clutch here. Seasonably Happy coming down to the bot lane. Cyclone not available, but Octavius and Gluttony are going to be forced to back away.
I personally have strong opinions against Cleanse.
Yeah? You think it's bad, or you think it's good?
It sucks to play against it, but
okay.
I think it's great.
Ooh. Poking, ulting, Wolf and Shade. Out of the dirt here, face breaking, but doesn't have the haymaker damage to follow it up. Is just going to be able to get that demolish proc off there. And that was quite well played from the set.
Right. Well, no, the thing is, it actually it's interesting because cleanse is really dependent on the player, right? You can have cleanse and make complete use out of it or not. So I say it's up to the player.
Yeah. Igabajif going to take a little bit more damage now. Will get rooted up here. Gluttony going to throw down some Qs as well, but Seasonably Happy is available. No, Gluttony gonna take a lot of damage. Super Mega Death Rocket going over. They didn't even need it. Q looking to do the damage, but it's not gonna be quite enough. Seasonally Happy is so tanky, and I have Octavius forced to walk away. We'll find the stun route onto Jacob Jiff. Yeah. That's a hard name to say fast.
Yeah.
Ooh, another route gonna be found. Seasonally Happy maybe stayed a little bit too long. Flash forward, Octavius! No fear! They find the shutdown on the monkey, and now Igabajif gonna be in trouble. Root not quite gonna land, but they are gonna force away the flash. This is the most aggressive Senna ever!
It's close for the second time! Oh, man. That Jinx is getting away.
Yeah, both of Octavius's kills have been from flashing forward to auto someone who's incredibly low a couple of times. And I am here for it.
Yeah, that's my kind of playstyle as well. I love that.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you pizza purists in the chat something then. How about a pizza bagel? Is a pizza bagel pizza?
I grew up on that, so I will say yes. I will say yes. It's still like a bread.
Ooh, flash forward, full metal, finding the stun, Timbers up to Dragon Excalibur going over the top, and has the Senna ultimate, is going to be able to stay alive, and finds the stun on the Seasonably Happy. Kane now coming in, looking to do the damage, uses the Umbral Trespass, Seasonably Happy going to go incredibly low, but here comes the Shen ultimate, Seasonably Happy staying alive, is able to get the Shen through, Shen finds the taunt, and Victor goes to the grave. Oh my god, is Seasonably Happy one lucker dog.
Or I guess had a get out of jail free card.
Yeah, that Shen ult I did not think was going to come through in time. It comes through at the exact moment it needs to. It was so damn close to Seasonably Happy just being done. Shen ult being useless. But instead, Seasonably Happy lives to tell the tale, and Dragon Excalibur ends up dying instead.
Yeah, I give props to Wolf and Shade for that ultimate timing. He is definitely looking on the map, and he is saving his teammates when it counts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was good game one. It's even better game two. Although I will say for game two, let him cook. I will say, have cooked. Alright? They are up 2,000 gold, despite being down 2 kills. And they are looking pretty okay here on the Rift.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really looking at the bot lane, and I think it's going to be troublesome out of lane for sure, considering that Jinx has to flash most of the time again.
Okay, but Igabajif is going to be rooted again, going to be stunned up, Seraphine ult going to go over the top, and they are going to find both of them! Huey Mew gets a double kill, gets a lot of progress towards form, and that is a solid gold lead now for Let Him Cook.
Yeah, I was talking about it, and there you go. Jinx without flash.
Yeah, Foking looking to contest, but not able to get the Haymaker off. Wow.
Yeah, so now they're in the mid lane. This is the part where I'm scared.
Yeah. You ever read Jinx Yumi just comes running out of the bush, rockets ready.
Yep, that's it. That's that feeling.
They do have 4 people here right now. Full Metal will be roaming on down to the bot lane. Dragon Excalibur is maybe waiting. 27 seconds till the strike fight. 3,000 is the gold lead for Let Him Cook.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious where they're planning to drop this Herald. Could it be bot, top, mid?
Yeah, I mean, I would certainly drop it maybe mid or top in order to help you get priority on this dragon fight. Senna recalling 1 second before Drake spawns. Neither team is actually there on spawn. Okay, they are going to choose to drop it mid. They're going to get this pressure. Igabajif and Seasonally Happy going to hang out. Herald's not going to instantly charge, though, and that might be a little bit of trouble. Shen ulting out in the top lane, face breaking. We have 2 fights going on, seasonally happy, taking a ton of damage. Octavius is such a glass cannon right now. They deal out so much with these autos with that Umbral Glaive, but they are so squishy.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where you can do damage, but you just gotta be careful with your positioning, because if that stun comes out from Annie, it's dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. Gluttony, Octavius looking to do damage. TP now coming down from Set. Set managed to get the whole top turret by himself. So Faux King has made a really good argument for, okay, here comes the Shen ult trying to get into the fight. Seraphine ult going over the top, stun up on the Annie, but Shen will just avoid it. Facebreaker groups him up for Senna ultimate, and it is beautiful. Now Wolf and Shade going incredibly low. Missed the X going inside, but it won't be enough, and Let Him Cook are serving up a buffet.
They are cooking right now. Oh my god, who let them cook?
Who let them cook? Chat, did you let him cook? Who gave them the immersion blender, alright? I brought out the kitchen for them, right? We got the sous vide, we got all that jazz. I was leaving the immersion blender at the back of the drawer, hoping they wouldn't find it. But goddamn!
That's a crispy pizza.
Oh boy, yeah, this is one crispy pizza. I think they finished one pie. They have cooked. I don't think there's any argument there now.
Yeah, definitely. I really love the Set W. It just met, like, they all were in one spot. Really good fucking team fight.
Oh, so good. And this is what I love to see in the low budget LCS. Game 1 goes one way. You think, all right, maybe that'll just happen again. Absolutely not. No. Game 2, completely different story.
Oh yeah.
Sammy, you want to get rid of the count, and now you're leaving them in the blender. Okay? That's... Alright. Fair enough, I guess. But, okay, so now let them cook. They are in the commanding position. They've gotten themselves their dragon. They've got a pretty solid 7,000-ish gold lead. It's like 6-5 or something like that. How are Avalanche going to get their ball rolling and get back into this game?
I'm really banking on the Jinx. I think Jinx Yumi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it is quite scary, especially because Yumi, obviously scales quite well. They're going to look for seasonally happy here, though. Is going to get knocked up. Is going to get rooted. Shen ult coming down, though. That's going to be quite a big shield, but the Seraphine ult over top is enough damage, and Wolf and Shade is not in the nick of time now. And they are going to turn their eyes onto this inner top turret.
Yeah, it really...
Boking going to take a ton of damage, uses the Haymaker to stay alive. We can't see his health bar, but forces to flash away. Is going to be able to live. Wolf and Shade taking quite low. Super Mecha Death Rocket not going to be able to find it. Chaos Storm ticking down. It is going to find it. Dragon Excalibur burns him to the ground. And now Wolf and Shade, full metal, forced to get away, forced to use their flashes as QEMU looking to do the damage. Wolf and Shade looks for a top, but not quite going to find it. That Q is going to be good, and Gluttony does the damage over the top, but takes the turret one too many and gives Mix the X the kill. Uh-oh. That is an oopsie. Now Full Metal looking to defend this turret here, but it is just not going to be enough, and let him cook. Oh boy. They're cooking good.
It's getting dangerous. Oh man. It's crazy because you see the low HP targets on Avalanche and the side of Avalanche, and these are the fights that Jinx wants to take.
Mm-hmm.
But it's happening to them.
Yeah. You're just not... Octavius and Gluttony played the bot lane so well. It just meant that Igabajith and Miss the X weren't quite able to scale how they wanted as fast as they wanted. Now, that being said, I think they still have scaling left to do. I think it is here. I think it is real. I think Cade may have just missed his Reaping Slash over the wall, but that's okay. We all do that. If anyone who's ever played Cade says they've never missed a Q over a wall, they're lying to you. But yeah,
I'm assuming this is a Black Cleaver's second item on Wukong.
I would imagine so. Mm-hmm. Now, the other thing I think you can do is, yes, Senna does do damage, but I feel like MR here is pretty good because Gluttony and Dragon Excalibur do so much poke over the top. And I think you can DPS down I'm Octavius fairly quickly. But it is very hard because they have such an excellent damage mix here. It is tough. They are just going to turn onto the big purple worm here. Will get spotted out by Miss the X, though.
Yeah, I totally see your point. It's going to be a dangerous fight here, I think, playing out soon.
Ooh! That was one victory.
Will they take it?
Okay, stun now going to be QMU, looking to be DPS down. Full Metal forced to flash away. This is going to be a little bit troublesome. Baron incredibly low, seasonably happy, able to go in the pit. Blue team secures it. It was 18 hit points. Humble Trespass going to be used seasonably happy, trying to do the damage to the backline. Will have to fall in the end. A triple kill for Gluttony. And Foking, manages to get the tower, but trades his life for it. One too many autos to deal with there. And they are on their way.
I give props to Set there. I would do the same. Hit that turret.
Good death.
Good death.
That's the definition of a good death. Yeah, that's so. Look, you're typing worth it all, chat. You know, you're like, I got so much gold for that. Map pressure, all those good things. As 13,000 gold lead here for Let Him Cook.
Yeah, I've always had this philosophy. You know, players respawn, but turrets don't.
Very true. I like that. I think it goes very well with the philosophy of the best CC is a gray screen. That's my personal favorite piece of wisdom.
I've never heard of that one. I'm putting that in the vault. I'm keeping that one. That's good.
Foe gives his life to stop Shen R. Oh, I missed that that's what's happening. Thank you, Little. Oh, so he's even more of a Giga Chat. He stopped Shen R and took the turret. Wild.
The more you know. I didn't catch that.
The more you know. Yeah, they are looking to put a pin in this game, though. Senna just going to be quite happy here. And I have to say, I have been extremely impressed with Octavius in both games. Did they die a lot on the Amumu? Yes. Did they also hit 5-man ultimates almost constantly? Also, yes. Now, QMU might be in a little bit of trouble here, but is quite a slippery person on this cane. Go through walls. Octavius coming here. And yep, QMU's just going to be able to ride that one out.
Yeah, it's just about getting to your team. Getting back to your team.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think this is really dangerous for Avalanche here, but I think that if they take a good team fight, they can start rolling it back to their favor.
Yeah. Igabajif, Full Metal looking to do damage onto the Set here. Set quite tanky though. That's a Heartsteel proc, and that is a dead child. Oh boy. QMU now going in onto Wolfenshade, who uses that Spiritual Guardian Circle to prevent those auto attacks from going down too badly. But this is gonna be 3 inhibs for the side of Let Him Cook. And it looks like they are just gonna try to end it here. Ultimate doesn't quite land. Seasonably happy, looking to the back end. Does not have Cyclone, but maybe looks like he is, but is absolutely deleted. Now Wolfenshade going in with the Yumi ultimate going over the top. Igabajif now going to have the cat on her, but just does not do enough damage. Gluttony looking to snipe, and I think this is a game 3 angle as I'm Octavius goes on a rampage. The most aggressive Senna does it again. Flashes forward, gets the kill. Let Him Cook have done it. Their stew is finished, and we are gonna go to game 3.
I thought it was pizza. You lied to me.
You can make pizza and stew, and then dip the pizza in the stew, okay? That is my take.
Okay, that's a valid choice.
Let me know, post in the Home and Garden Bragging channel when you make stew pizza at home. Okay?
I will text you when I do that. That will possibly be never, but there's a chance that it might be eventually.
Yeah, and looking at this damage graph, that Victor did so much, but the Seraphine and the Senna both did quite a bit as well, as did Set, to be honest. They all really were quite aggressive this game.
It's pretty crazy because, game one, it's like they, let them cook started with a salad, and now they have their meal. They cooked.
That's why, okay, so the oven was preheating, so they couldn't put the pizza in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they made a salad because they couldn't put the pizza in yet, and the guests need something to eat, so they made a salad. But a salad isn't really cooking, right? You're not heating anything up, so they weren't allowed to cook.
It's exactly it.
Yeah,
you are a genius.
We solved it. We absolutely solved it.
We did.
Now we'll have to see. Are they going to be able to use the stove, or are there too many pans and pots cluttered on top of it? That's my narrative for Game 3. Okay?
Yeah. That is... that's it. Are the guests full? You never know. Maybe you might not.
You never know. You never, ever, ever, ever know. And I am so excited for this. We've seen a great Game 1. We've seen a great Game 2. What are your draft adaptations if you are Avalanche going into Game 3? Was the Yuumi pick a bait?
I don't know. I think I want to see the Aurelian Soul come back if it's not banned. I think that's something that will definitely come back if that's the case, right? But I think it's really hard to say. I think the Yuumi, basically. I think Yuumi. I'll go with Yuumi. I will change that.
Okay. What's your... is it a Lulu angle?
Yeah, I think either Lulu or... What's the other enchanter's name that I don't like? It's another small one.
Another small enchanter?
Yeah.
Any support?
Let's go with that. Yeah, I think it's funny you bring that up. I think Annie support could actually be a thing that can pop up.
Yeah, maybe you flex it. I mean, they've shown competence on it mid. Why not? Why not also put it bot? Get the cat rat out of here, says Necromancer. Oh, I just spoke that out loud for the first time. I get it. Nice one. Love it.
Yeah. What about you? What would you change for the what would you adapt for Game 3 if you're Avalanche here?
If I'm Avalanche, I would keep the Jinx Yuumi. I would get something more aggressive playmaking early game. Wukong's a little bit more teamfight focused. I think if you had the Jarvan that game to just Cataclysm bot lane or something similar, Vi, right? Because the Senna and the Seraphine are very vulnerable. Just path down bot or 3 camp then gank bot and just absolutely ruin their day. Give the kills if you can to the Jinx or the Yuumi. Either way, get gold down there and allow them to sort of snowball. But also, I'm biased because I'm a jungler.
Yeah, I think Vi would have been in play actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, because it would just make it really hard for let him cook. It would just be really hard.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure if the I'm not sure if you can dodge CC or you're unstoppable with FIR, but if it is,
you are unstoppable.
That's why. Mm-hmm. Okay, then that is a great reason that I totally knew about.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely not results-based analysis at all whatsoever. That was one of the reasons I started playing Vi originally. When I first started playing League, it was like that time where role queue didn't exist, and so you had to just quickly type out what role you wanted in lobby chat, and whoever said it first got it. And so everyone would play every role. So I was playing Lux support one day because I got put support. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna play Lux and take kills because I was new. And I mean, that is actually a valid strategy. I take that back. But yeah, I saw a Vi. The Vi was coming towards me. I queued the Vi. Aging themselves. I'm an ancient, decrepit being, Lest Force. I think I make enough outdated references to house rules about Monopoly and stuff that, Anyway, where was I?
Yeah, that's interesting because, like, with Let 'em Cook this game, right? It's a question, like, will they cook again, or will the guests be full? Will
That's
they go
true.
home?
That's true. If the guests already ate all the pizza and don't want any more, there's nothing else to cook.
Yeah, and then, you never know where, this pizza place might be. And there might be an avalanche. You
Ooh.
know?
Okay, so we got some draft adaptations coming out here that I really, really like. So Let 'em Cook are sticking with the ASOL ban. They're sticking with the Zillion ban. I like that. Avalanche have adapted to a Senna ban, which I really like because Octavius was absolutely a problem. Ooh, I like that narrative too. Will Avalanche put out the fire?
Or will the fire will the fire continue?
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Okay. Yeah. I mean, and then getting the Jinx away, I think is a prio pick for both of these people, and then also picking the set which was so strong last time. Malphite Yasuo. Okay. Now, I see one pitfall for Avalanche here, which is if they play it, Silas is still open. And a Silas with Malphite art is terrifying.
I wish I could say Yasuo is a let him cook angle, but I can definitely see how it's an avalanche angle. It can be dangerous on both of these teams the way they've been playing.
Yeah, well, and then Malphite, right? A very Avalanche character. He is a mountain, right?
Yeah,
He is a mountain, and he pairs well with Yasuo. So you take your mountain and you say, okay, what goes good with mountain? Samurai. Done.
It is. It is snowing over here.
Ooh, Lest Force with a good point though. Malzahar is the antithesis of cooking.
I'm going to pretend that I know what that word means. Google is my best friend.
Absolutely. Okay. Pantheon. Okay, this is new. Is this Pantheon jungle? Is this set support? What's going on? What is happening? Gragas, another set of knockups actually for the Yasuo, the side of Avalanche. Also a quadrillion flex pick. Nope, Zyra Khan going to be, so that is likely going to be Gragas jungle, Malphite top, Yasuo mid, Zyra Khan bot. Whereas for Let 'em Cook, I feel like Pantheon could be a Octavius champ.
Oh man, yeah. And here is the Rakan. This is what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Rakan.
Yeah, obviously Zaya and Rakan go well together, have those special unique interactions. More importantly, special unique voice lines. Okay, I think I headshot it. I think Pantheon is absolutely going support. That has got to be Rammus jungle, and Set is going to go to the top lane. I love it.
Yeah, this is the new narrative. Okay, so is it bird lovers destroy the rift, or is it bird stew for this game?
Okay. Are we having Vastayan for dinner? Oh boy.
Vastayan for dinner.
oh boy. Do Let 'em Cook know how to dress a bird? We'll find out.
Yeah.
Oh, good point from Little, actually. There are now 4 knockups on the side of Avalanche. Malphite R. Actually, no, there's more than that. There's Malphite R, there's Yasuo Q, there's Gragas E, there's Gragas R, and there's Rakan, what is it? E W.
One of them.
So
Yeah,
there's
the,
5 knockups because Gragas has 2. Oh boy.
Yeah. And the thing is, these knockups are really nice, right? They're nice on Avalanche, but what happens when the ultimate from Yasuo actually goes through? Does it play out all right, or does it not?
Is
You know,
Malzahar's spell shield down?
yeah.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. So fun thing that I like to do as a jungler. You have your smite, right? On champions like Malzahar or anyone who has a Lich Bane, not Lich Bane. What is it? What's that item called? Shield
The
item.
others.
No.
Oh. Is it was it the one that deals more damage to people with shields? Is that
No,
what
no, no,
you're
no,
talking
no, no.
about?
I'm talking about the one that gives you a spell shield every so often.
Oh, I'm not too sure, honestly. I'm really bad with the items. If
Chat, help me.
um
Help me.
God,
Little coming in clutch, Banshee's Veil, or Edge of Night,
Banshee-
both correct. Hmm.
I haven't used it in so long.
So, Smite counts. So, what I love doing as jungler is you just walk up to Malzahar, and he's like, I've got my spell shield, and then you just smite him right before your ability is about to land, and he cannot react. It's so good.
You're a menace.
Uh,
And it's a decent amount of range too.
yeah, you got plenty of range on it. You're good. You just charge up that VIQ. He's like, I'm fine, and then he realizes he's not, and then he cries. I do think. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that it's just for the jungler. It's just like call an ambulance, but not for me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely positively. I do think, though, that the Yasuo is going to have a little bit of trouble getting through Rammus and Set. Like, if those are the targets for your ultimate, I don't think you want to be there. At least not until you have quite a bit of damage.
The weak fear the shadows.
Fear controls
Yeah.
them.
And I'm kind of curious though. When you would do that technique, how often would it succeed?
Like, every time.
Every time.
Yeah. Like, 95% success rate.
So was there like a certain champion you used to play into Malzahar matchups where you would like try to do that, or
No, I
anybody?
just always play Vi. At least this season. I just always play Vi. And then,
God.
you know. I mean, I usually play champs with some kind of CC. Last season, it was a lot of Trundle. The season before that, it was a lot of Nunu.
Mhm.
Season before that, a lot of Warwick. And the season before that, I think Predator Volibear. Predator Volibear is what helped me get out of Silver. It was old Volibear, though. So it was so fun because my favorite thing was just like, oh, you're in trouble? Hit the E button and run away. Because it used to be a fear. So if people ever like got onto you, you just hit your E, hit your Q, run. Oh, I miss that.
Okay, so PC Little, I do like what they said.
Yeah.
You can look at 5 knockups for Yasuo on Avalanche, or you can look at the number of point and click CCs on Let 'Em Cook.
Yeah.
Perma singed ban.
Irma Singe Band, true. I've been hearing tales. I don't think this is the team, but I've been hearing a lot of tales about Singe support. Is this a Singe support ban or is this a Singe top ban? I know that in in-houses for a while, Singed was like permanent.
Well, the thing is, if it's told to be a Singe support, and it's always banned, Singe is always banned, is it really a Singe support?
True. We will never know. It's Schrodinger's singed.
We will. True. I want to see a Singe support now.
Yeah, me too. CJB Toxic ran rampant on the in-houses in Singe support. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I gotta show up for more of the in-houses.
That's an economy team. Yeah, quick plug for the in-houses. They happen every once in a while. Obviously, with the season happening, they're a little bit less frequent. But, just message in the in-house channel, see if people are down to clown, get your friends, show up and call. It's a good time. I've done a couple. The way they usually work is we just do completely random teams and random roles. So that's pretty fun because it usually gets a lot of people off kilter, makes the balance a little bit more interesting. So, I play jungle. And if I'm not on jungle, I'm probably 2 full divisions down from my skill level. Right? And I think that makes things a lot more fun and a lot more interesting.
Well, I'm going to be humble and say that I'm bad in every role. So,
Hey!
bazinga!
Oh. Well, it don't matter, because the LBLCS is a great time. So we are getting ready to go in this final game. One way or the other, we are going to have a winner. Who is your money on?
I want to go with let him cook this game. I really do. But the knockups, I'm gonna be counting every knockup and waiting until Yasuo ults. That is, I want to go with Avalanche this game.
All right. I think the oven is preheated and we've got flan for dessert. Okay, they are cooking, and they are cooking a fine ass dessert, and they are getting ready to serve it up hot to the Avalanche.
Well, yeah, but let me double down and say you can make that, but if Malphite ults in, there's no dessert. There's nothing you can have, right? There's no result from what you cooked. It's everywhere. It's gone.
It's everything, everywhere, all at once.
I haven't seen that movie actually. Is it good?
I have not either. I'm just making the pop culture reference TM. I mean, it swept at the Oscars or whatever, so probably good.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, are you in game?
I just got it.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Goodbye, my friend.
Good luck, have fun. That's all it's about.
That is all it's about. Good luck, have fun. Oh wait, I don't think. This is the first time I've run into a 1-1, so I don't have the 1-1 graphic up. That's fine. They are going for a bot tuck here. And Igabajif might be in a little bit of trouble. I'm Octavia starts. The stun. Cleanse instantly going to be used. Facebreaker flash forward. Igabajif forced to flash away. But they're all flashing over the wall. And first blood goes to TTV. I'm Octavius.
That was the first invade this series.
That it was. Oh boy, am I glad I didn't alt tab.
And it looks like they are going with the same jungler for let him cook this game from last game.
Yeah, a little bit of a change of pace on the Rammus now instead of the Kayn. But I really do like the Rammus pick here. The real AP threat is Gragas. I mean, Malphite will do some AP damage, Rakan will do some AP damage, but the major DPS threats are the Yasuo, are the Xayah, and so QEMU absolutely set up for success this game.
And yeah, there's also a change in pathing right now with Rammus starting top and Gragas starting bot. So I'm not sure what this is going to look like. What do you think?
Oh, they're bush cheesing. Igabajif walks up a little bit too far, gets stunned up, but missed the X, finds the return. Gluttony looking to do the damage, but isn't that strong early. But Igabajif, they've been taken so low. How much health is that? 155 HP at 2 minutes.
Yeah, you know, I wouldn't have thought of that. You know, there's no flash, there's no cleanse, but that was a really good play. Yeah, that was.
Yeah. I'm Octavius just absolutely saying, I picked an early game champ, and I'm going to do even more in the early game than I did on Senna. Late game champ, it hits the level 2, instantly jumps in. Oh boy. Bot lane is going to be spicy. Gragas has done the 3 camp up, and is now looking bot, coming behind Gluttony here. They don't spot it out. I'm Octavius looking to go underneath the turret. Hasn't started taking yet, but is ignited. Igabajif so low, is going to get killed. I'm Octavius now stunning up, seasonably happy, so far away. Gluttony looking to do damage. Lucky, one more shot might do it, but it's not quite enough. But they're outside of tower range. Seasonably happy. Yeah, that's a 2-minute successful dive. And now QEMU is here as well. Gragas is going to go in. I'm Octavius, might be in trouble, but that's going to be a stun. Knockup is going to land. They're so incredibly low. Seasonably Happy going to go in. Is going to be able to find one. Gluttony is going to be the second. If Seasonably Happy can find it, miss the X here. Ranged auto, double kill for Seasonably Happy.
2-minute dive, but 2 kills to the Gragas.
Yeah, I mean, that's good for everyone. Gold dead even now across the rift.
Yeah. I've never seen a 2-minute successful dive.
Yeah, I think
that's what it looks like. I'm scared.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard as Igabajif there because you gotta just keep running because you're so low health that even just like a Q auto from Pantheon there is going to kill you underneath your turret, and then he's probably going to be able to get out. Rammus now here in the bot lane. Igabajif just not having a good time. Is going to be stunned, is going to be puncturingly taunted. Ignite used just for good measure, and now Gluttony is getting a buffet. Perfect to their name. Absolutely feeding the AD carry.
That really hurts. Because I was going to say that bot lane on both sides were going to lose something, right? Because they died, right? And then they come back and they do this again on the side of let him cook.
Yeah. I mean, it does mean Gragas is going to get those chickens and probably those Krugs. But if you're Rammus here, you don't really care that much about your personal economy. Yes, you need experience and levels and gold, but you care a lot more that Jinx is doing good. And you absolutely succeeded in that.
Yeah, and it's pretty interesting looking at the top lane right now with Malphite losing all their mana and being pretty low HP too.
Yeah, Malphite gonna be in a little bit of trouble here. Hasn't been able to back yet though. Whereas TP has been burned here for the set. So, as long as Wolfenshade does not die here, Seasonably Happy is available. Foe King just used a couple of their CDs, so they won't be available. I'm Octavius going to go in, popping the Guardian. And there's been so much missed experience here for Missed the X. I mean, for Igabajif, that Missed the X is level 4.
Yeah. And okay, now they turn level 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so so it's not too far behind, but they are behind.
Wolfenshade getting out with a crumb of HP. Oh my goodness. It does look like things have slowed down in bot lane a bit. It looks like Avalanche have gotten a hand on the trading patterns.
Yeah.
Rammus coming in mid lane. Full Metal is going to be suppressed, and now the taunt is likely going to be utilized. And that is going to be quite a bit of damage, but likely not enough to full kill. They are going to tank this turret for a couple of hits. Dragon Excalibur does manage to get the Eon, but I don't think that's going to be quite enough to burn him down.
Yeah, I was not sure that they were going to die there. Oh my, and they get a shield there too.
Yeah. Yasuo's shield passive is annoying.
Yeah, it definitely is. I honestly sometimes forget it exists.
Yeah. Absolutely. We do see Octavius and Gluttony still getting quite a bit of prio here. I mean, they know there's a lot of wards, but they're just... Octavius jumps in, uses the E, and Gluttony throws down the Zapper. But Igabajif trading back a ton of damage with these feathers onto Gluttony here.
You know, I'm not sure we mentioned this, but like, what's the playstyle difference with, you know, Wolfen not going Shen this game?
Yeah, it does mean you don't have that bailout if someone becomes the target of something like a Malzahar ult, like a Rammus coming in from the side, like a Pantheon ult. And actually, Pantheon having that ult means that the global pressure is now on the side of Let Him Cook rather than it is on the side of Avalanche.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely important, because now you can't rely on the Shen ultimate to save you. It's not there.
Yeah.
But I'm also curious what the aggressive ultimates look like too.
In terms of the Malphite.
Yeah, in terms of the Malphite. I'm just curious what the difference in playstyle from Wolfen looks like here.
Yeah, it definitely means he has to be a little bit more careful about wave management, manipulation, in terms of being able to come to these fights. But when he is there, and if Full Metal is also in the vicinity, you have to be so incredibly careful of where Gluttony is positioning. Knock Up, not quite available for Full Metal there. Also not choosing to take that one in. Not that one either. Knock Up over here. There's going to be the final breath. TTV Octavius has been slain. Actually missed the X, picks that one up, and now QEMU here. Trying to bail out Dragon Excalibur. Dragon Excalibur going to get dashed to, though. And Full Metal is going to help his team pick up a couple of kills.
Man, you know, I didn't think about it, but like, it really does take some skill to like pick the right like knock up for Yasuo, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't just want to. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, I just said I can never.
Okay. I was wondering if Yasuo R had an execute on it at all. It doesn't look like it. Interesting. Who gains maximum flow but loses all... So he loses his Q stacks but gets a shield back when he ults? That's kind of neat. I don't know if I knew that before. As now we do see the Malzahar has run bot. Octavius looking to do the damage. Jacob and Jeff going incredibly low. But now Rakan going in on the backline. He's going to do some damage. Meanwhile, we're going to go to the top lane here. Set. Wolf and Shade. Just going to be noodle fighting a little bit.
This is I see a Sheen. This is going into the Frostfire, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Gluttony flashing away, missed the X. A lot of very scary knockups here. Now Foe King going to be able to find the Phrase Breaker. Are they going to be able to find an ult backwards? Nope. Wolf and Shade is aware that that's what they want to do. And is not going to let them have it. Now is going to be double knockup. That is going to be set. Haymaker keeping him alive for now. Flashes out towards the turret, but that's going to mean he can't go anywhere. Tries to use Wolf and Shade as an escape. Is going to be alive for now. Set does have a ton of passive regeneration, so we're going to have to see if he can do this. Rammus definitely not able to respond. He uses the Face Breaker, but that is just going to be a dead man. Meanwhile, though, the suppression in the mid lane means that Dragon Excalibur picks up a kill onto Full Metal.
That hurts to be set there.
Oh, missed the X, misses their knockup, but he's just going to be able to get away so slippery on the Rakan. Ooh. Wow. Wow.
They're getting spicy.
Ooh, bot lane has to be careful. Super Mega Death Rocket is available, and Xayah is incredibly low. Back was not stopped on the Xayah. Pantheon kind of salty at that one, pinging missing a whole lot, but it does look like they might prep for a dive here onto Miss the X. They're thinking about it, trying to get that wave down and in. Gragas, not available, is up there taking the Rift Herald. Now here comes the soccer ball. It's going to ult down, stunned under the turret, now forced to walk away. Miss the X, though, has the charm, gets the kill!
How?
Speaking of call an ambulance, but not for me, Miss the X is styling this series.
Oh man, that's a good team name. Call an ambulance.
Oh yeah. Oh, Dragon. That's a cool ultimate. Going over the top. Oh, Last Breath, though, is going to be traded. I'm Octavius, looking to do the damage, looking to find it. Is able to. Flashes out, seems really happy. Not going to be able to find it, and the Ignite will not tick hard enough. Wow. Pantheon gameplay.
Wow, that looked almost guaranteed. But that tells me that I know nothing about this game.
Yeah, just the damage immune that Pantheon has is so powerful. Yeah, you get the last breath off. Hang on, Dragon Excalibur might be in trouble, but not for him! Gets that ultimate back up. It is literally just an entire game of plays we think are going one way, and then they flip on over to the other side. Maybe that's it. Maybe Let 'em Cook are making flapjacks. And they're just flipping all these plays, you know? Heads, tails, who knows? We'll find out.
It's just a game of Uno, you know? They're just pulling the reverse cards over and over.
Yeah? Oh my goodness. Now 2-1-2 on this Malzahar. You know, we said it was the antithesis of Let 'em Cook, but it's now 2,000 gold. Not quite 2,000, 1.5-ish. Over the enemy laner. And that's gotta feel good.
It does, I'm sure. I feel good about it.
Kiwi Mew just able to pick up that crab there. Igabajif might be a little bit of trouble. Rakan using the ultimate, but is only really going to be able to find I'm Octavius. I'm Octavius going unstoppable. And now here comes Dragon Excalibur and the Rammus. Rammus flying into the back line. Featherstorm is going to be used, but Q Mew is going to be able to find the taunt. But there comes the Gragas Spell Shield used. Final Breath found on Dragon Excalibur, but now Full Metal finds themselves in the middle of the enemy team. And they are going to find themselves as one dead samurai. Now Wolfenshade, though, here, and Dragon Excalibur taking too much damage, taking so much. Wolfenhead just autoing him to death. A shutdown. But Gluttony, pretty strong here. Wolfenshade, incredibly low, but just able to run out of everything in time. Still has the Unstoppable Force ultimate as well. However, it does look like this dragon might go over just for pure numbers to the side of Let 'em Cook.
Wow, they are clawing at each other's necks here. I'm not sure where it's gonna go.
Yes, he's really happy is full HP, and there are 3 low health members on the side of Let 'em Cook, but they are going to take this. 5,000 is the health of the dragon. We see a TP coming in from Dragon Excalibur, but Seasonably Happy taking up that pink ward. Yasuo coming. Last breath not quite available. Is quite healthy. Is going to drink the water. Suppression goes down onto the Gragas, which will secure the dragon for Let 'em Cook. Gluttony maybe looking to do damage. Seasonably Happy going back in. Igabajif now going to be on the backside. They're going to find the kill, but at what cost? I'm Octavius going back in, but here comes the Rakan. He's going to find 1. He's going to find 2. That is going to be the last breath. 2 of them are now going to die. Are they going to be able to find more? Dragon Excalibur running for their life. But there are so many tools running up behind you. Is your silence going to be enough? Full Metal going to do the damage, but maybe one too many tower shots will take him down. Back and forth to flip the pancake. Wow. I'm saying wow a lot. Chat, are you getting annoyed by the wows? Or are we good?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't blame us. These are some insane team fights.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fun to watch. It goes one way, it goes the other. Yeah, the Yasuo gets the kill, but the Yasuo also dies because they're under tower. Oh. I am actually Owen Wilson, yeah. I will start saying everyone. Wow. Boking, gonna find the Facebreaker. Herald is going down through mid lane here. Likely it just expired. They're gonna be able to find it before it gets that charge off. That is brutal. Oh.
Yeah. You know, this game looked very different in the bot lane earlier.
Yeah.
Why?
But now it's kind of flipped.
Yeah, it's changed.
Yeah. How do you think that that shapes the rest of this game?
Oh, I think it's completely.
Oh, hang on. We got 2 fights happening at the same time. Set is going to ult out Wolfenshade. Look to the damage, but it's not going to be enough. They have enough CC to chain it. Meanwhile, in bot lane, nothing quite happens. As Miss the X not going to be able to find Gluttony. I'm Octavius. Functioning as the bulwark. They're going to find quite a bit of damage on the Misty X, but Misty X going to be able to go in the back line. Going to be able to do a ton of damage. Featherstorm going down. Gluttony ticking down. Misty X finds another and goes on a killing spree on this Rakan.
Yeah. I really think it changes things, though, in the bot lane. It's... You know, before it was like you have to wait for Xayah to scale up a little bit, but now Xayah's here. Xayah's back in the game.
Should Misty X be building AP Rakan?
With the way they've been playing, I would think so.
I want to see a death cap on Rakan. Okay, I'm putting it out there. Is it good? No. Is it optimal? No. Could it lose you the game? Yes. Do I still want to see it? Absolutely.
I'm telling you right now, we're gonna see that in the in-house. I swear.
AP death cap Rakan, baby. Or it's
all thanks to you.
If only my words could bring such magic into existence.
Oh no, you do.
I would be honored. All right.
You are a magical being.
No, that's Bard. Alright, we do have Seasonably Happy getting another Herald, though, which is quite good. Dragons have well, I say stalled out. It hasn't spawned yet. I'm Octavius, now going to be back in the bot lane. Just going to jump onto Rakan. Rakan kind of tanky, though. Is going to find the knock-up here, but Gluttony's still going to be quite... Oh, they're able to find their way out of it despite queuing you coming in on the back line. Wow, they're quick.
Yeah, Rakan always seems to find their way out. You know, that's why it's a very difficult champion to deal with in team fights. They're here, then they're there.
Chat, I want your interpretations. What animal is Rakan most like? It's gotta be slippery. Obviously, some of you are gonna say snake. I want specific species. Come on, hit me with it.
Specific species of snake?
Yeah. Like a coral snake, or a milk snake, or black mamba, or a cottonhead, or an eastern gardener. Man, there's no damage happening to the top lane. Meanwhile, there's going to be a taunt, there's going to be a stun. Seasonably Happy, going to go incredibly low. Jinx is going to get excited. Yasuo going to try and help his teammate, but just not quite giving up. Foking, though, going to be able to ult the Malphite backwards, but the Malphite has so much armor. It's just, it's like watching Set hit a punching bag. Rakan is a legit crossover between a bird and a human. This is game 3. I didn't have my overlay prepped for 1-1. This is game 3. Both teams are 1. Victory. Let them cook one last game so they have the hypothetical momentum. But meanwhile, Gluttony looking to do damage to the bot lane. Here comes the Rammus. Feathers have been flying, but the taunt is going to be good. Igmajif taking so much damage is going to get stunned and shut down by QEMU. Full Metal just a little bit too late on the rotate. You cannot be faster than a soccer ball. Rakan is a slimy bird. Oh, I like Eel. Eel is good, Lest Force, as they dive the turret now. Full Metal taking quite a bit of damage. Gluttony gonna just find it over the top. Super Mega Death Rocket forcing the flash out from Miss the X, but QEMU goes down to the Gragas. That is the problem with going first item Thornmail. You do not have the resistances to deal with the Night Harvester Gragas.
Can we appreciate that flash? That was great. Oh. You know, it's funny. I actually used to, well, not me, but my uncle used to own an eel.
Oh,
yeah, pretty beautiful creatures, yeah.
What do you know what kind of eel? I don't know that many eel species.
No, but they do have a tendency to want to jump out of their tank a lot.
Interesting.
It's scary. Yeah, it's scary.
That's not great. It's also scary because it's like they're just trying to kill themselves. So you're like, no, I want you to live. Stop it. Boy. We do have this dragon spawning up. It does look like Seasonably Happy is going to be on top of it. But they don't have too many friends. But that doesn't matter. It is just going to get snuck away by the Avalanche jungler. But QEMU says, wait, that's illegal. Yasuo going down, final breath. That is going to be quite a bit of damage, but will it be enough? QEMU does a lot, uses the ultimate, tries to go in, does manage to get off one final taunt, but it's not going to be enough. Ult going down now onto Gluttony. Full Metal forcing Gluttony to flash away. Rakan knock up now. Here comes Octavius. The Jinx dies, but here comes the set. One more is going to fall, and now Miss the X and Seasonably Happy are going to be forced to run away. Meanwhile, Xayah was top lane.
Yeah, I was actually really rooting for the Yasuo to get out there alive, but then you see the Pantheon come in, and it strikes so hard.
Yeah. I mean, it is a... Whoever wins, I want to interview the support players. Both of these players are playing absolutely fantastically this game. Miss the X is finding their mark every time. They should absolutely change their username. I don't care that it's going to cause me a headache on putting in all the spreadsheets. And Octavius is just unmatched aggression.
Yeah, I totally agree. I can't pick between which one I like better. I don't think that's the case. They're both really, really good.
Yeah. Absolutely. Both absolutely phenomenal players. I mean, I think everyone here has had some pretty great moments across the series. Super, super cool to watch. Oh, Full Metal is going to find the ultimate on a Foking, but Foking says, nah, I could just use you to get out. And is going to be quite tanky here with that Heartsteel. However, Yasuo is quite mobile in that wave. Flash forward is going to find a bonk. Foking forced to use the Haymaker now. Are they going to be able to get... They face break underneath the tower. Will that be enough? With Rammus coming in, it's not going to be quite enough. Is going to taunt him, but that's not going to mean more than one tower shot here. And that is going to be a good pick from Full Metal and Seasonably Happy.
Wow. Yeah, that's insane.
Oh,
And-
but Rammus is out for blood. Full Metal, knowing they don't have the ultimate, they're going to get taunted. They are going to get stunned up. Are they going to be able to get away? No! Shut down over to TTV. I'm Octavius.
The
Oh.
soccer ball strikes again.
I love this take from Toku. I'm assuming Toku fit in the chat. Tell me if I'm wrong. Octavius is the kind of support I want to play with. But Miss the X is the kind of support I think I'd win more with. If you're queuing up, are you queuing up with Miss the X or are you queuing up with Octavius?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I think Octavius. I think I'm very biased, but
Okay.
I think
That's fair. What are you playing with Octavius if you're playing AD carry?
if I'm playing AD carry, honestly, so far I think I'll just pick this Pantheon. This Pantheon's insane. And if I pick Miss the X, I'm picking the Zillion or the Rakan.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'd play with Miss the X and just like, oh man, I feel like we missed the opportunity to see Rakan Shen. It would have been so cool to see Shen ulting onto the Rakan, getting into the backline.
The
Fuck.
one game they don't go Shen, right?
I know.
It
Miss the X.
could have seen the perfect thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
The
yeah,
dragon. Okay.
what's gonna happen here?
Looks like they're gearing up for a fight. Both teams are trying to get vision around the dragon 1 minute in advance. Just 1,000 gold separating between the two. Wolf and Shade running away. As 3 people are coming down here. I'm Octavius here. Gonna find a stun on Wolf and Shade, but Wolf and Shade able to run away. Now here comes the whole enemy team. That's gonna be a double knockup, but that's not gonna be a last breath, but that's gonna be a last breath. 2 are instantly picked for the side of Avalanche, and now Let 'em Cook are being forced to rout, but the Rakan ult finds them all in the back line. Malzahar tries to find the ultimate. Gluttony is trying to fight, and the soccer ball is forced to retreat as Avalanche get their ball a-rolling.
Okay, that was a bit fast for me. Did Set get a chance to W?
I don't think so. I think it was Malphite R into Rakan knockup into Yasuo ultimate into you're just dead.
You're just dead.
Huh? I mean,
Yeah.
I want to see the damage charts. I wonder where Rakan is on his damage charts. It looks like he's doing an absolutely insane amount of damage.
Yeah.
Soccer Ball is available to look for the smite here, though. Absolutely tanky enough to look to do this. Oh, but they are just going to turn, burn. Here comes Octavius, but it is just not going to be enough. Missed the X, able to go away. Super Mega Death Rocket is going to find a shutdown. But this does mean that the Worm will go over to the Avalanche. That was a rock-solid bit of gameplay.
Yeah. That was great. Do you guys feel like this great every time you guys cast?
Yeah.
I've been missing out.
Turret has been destroyed.
That's pretty great.
It's just so it's different, definitely for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's funny because I was asking, like, I was wondering what was gonna happen because there was no objective, right? But when the team's dead, I mean, the timers are starting to become long enough where they can't really do anything if you die.
Yeah. And now Avalanche have picked up their 3rd Drake, putting themselves on sole point here for that Infernal Soul, which is just going to help them with the explosivity of this composition.
Yeah. It's wow. I'm starting to get tired this game. I'm like emotionally and I don't
Physically
know.
exhausted, yeah. QQ Mew is going to be alone now, but I'm Octavius trying to come here and support. Actually, it might be a call an ambulance, but not for me, as Full Metal is taking so much damage here. Dragon Excalibur and available while QQ Mew taking a lot of damage. Yasuo going to go back in, but is going to be on the receiving end of the ultimate. However, does have the QSS to be able to get out of there. Is going to eventually die, allowing Gluttony to run away. But they've traded 2 lives. Now Wolfenshade might be the next to find, but a flash belly slam is going to find it. Seasonably Happy will die, but there's a small amount of burn ticking, and Wolfenshade dies as well. Oh boy.
I really like how both support. Wow, I really like how both supports are really aggressive. It's such an interesting like change, you know, from solo queue. You're not used to that, but then you see this, and you're just like, why can't that be my support?
Yeah, true. True.
It's a battle. It's a battle of the gods.
Yeah, and now 4,000 gold is the difference between these two teams. Avalanche beat the early game odds, I'm going to say, and their composition has absolutely come online. But absolutely, Necromancer, this game is insane. And I still think it is anyone's game. Jinx almost has Bloodthirster. That's getting nerfed next patch, so it's quite strong right now.
Oh, how's that getting nerfed? What's changing?
Boy, you're asking me the questions that I do not know the answer to. I'm gonna say, I think they're removing how big of a shield it is. But yeah, I think
Maybe.
that's it. Let me know in the chat. Yeah. Go look up the patch notes and tell me.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Dragon Excalibur doing a great job of living up to their name here. Got double mask for maximum burn. They're nerfing the max shield. Thank you, Barathemos. Seasonably Happy now going in. He's going to find the ultimate, but not quite on the Gluttony. However, it doesn't matter because Misty X has the other angle. And now they are forced to run for that. Wow, Rakan is tanky.
Yeah, you know, this game started one way and it's going the complete other way. But then every fight, you're unsure. You know, like, it's so crazy.
Yeah. I certainly do feel like Let 'em Cook are due for a good fight if they are going to prevail in this game. Misty X looking for a play over the wall. There's just a lot of mobility and playmaking here for the side of Avalanche that they're using to, like, really effectively pick Gluttony.
Yeah. And there's only so much you can cook, right? Only so much.
Yeah, those little tummies, they get full. You can't play games on a full tummy. It's just, you're sleepy. Ooh, sorry. Speaking of full tummy. You get sleepy.
You know, that might be it. If you are full, you can't run from an avalanche.
Yeah, true.
And that's happening.
It's like, don't eat before you go swimming. Don't eat before you try to run away from an avalanche. It's not going to work. You're going to get a cramp. Oh, Ram is coming in. Igabajif going pretty low. They are going to be using the feathers, flashing away, finding the root. Lots of damage going on in Qmu. But Qmu is going to be alive for now. Igabajif so incredibly low, and that is a Malphite bomb dropped on the back line. Now here comes the Pantheon, but he is taken incredibly low. Misty X and Wolfenshade just doing the damage. That is a massive haymaker. Set flashing over the wall, looking to stay alive. Full Metal able to use the ultimate, but it is going to get killed in the end. Now here comes the suppression onto Wolfenshade, but Wolfenshade is still alive. Wolfenshade though stunned up. Slowed by the zapper, and it's gonna be enough. Gluttony is gonna get excited, and now that fight we were just talking about has come. Seasonably Happy is gonna be looking to run away. Is Rakan gonna be able to recall in the darkness? It looks like he is, but that might be at the expense of his fat-bellied brother-in-arms. Although, Seasonably Happy making a good run for it.
he's not fat. He's just big boned, okay?
Fair enough. Those are some big fucking bones, though.
They are indeed. I don't think bellies have bones, so yeah, maybe he is just fat.
Oh, you've never heard of the belly bone? Seasonably Happy stayed around, tried to get that flash over the wall, stun up. Seasonably Happy is going to get shut down, and that is 700 gold going into the pocket of Octavius. Okay, well, game's even again. I mean, not exactly, but, you know, pretty much.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah, true, they can look at Baron here because the jungler is dead for 30 seconds. Ooh, missed the X, going to be the next target, will be taunted up, will be stunned, but this Rakan is tanky, uses the ultimate, finds a knockup, but is going pretty low. Igabajif now going to be the next target. QEMU just not taking a whole lot of damage without Seasonably Happy present. They're going to look to start up this Baron here. 15 seconds less on Seasonably Happy, and I do not think Avalanche are going to let this one go that easily. They're looking around the side. Rammus is looking to zone, but that's your jungler, that's your smite, that's your advantage. So now they're going to go look for the fight, and QEMU is going to be taken incredibly low. I'm Octavius going into the back end, using the immune as they stay on the Baron on the backside. Feathers flying over the top. Octavius going to die. Gluttony looking to do the damage, but Gluttony is going to get breathed from the Yasuo. Dragon Excalibur looking to burn him, but he has a mountain on his back. And can he lift it? Full Metal will find it with the kill, but Foking is still quite healthy, does have a big shield. Haymaker not going to find Wolf and Shade, but does a lot of damage. Triple kill for the Yasuo, and that might just be gained in favor of the Avalanche. Nope. Maybe not.
I really give it to that set. That set is just hammering down on them and just refuses to die until the very last minute.
Yeah, I think the team was a little bit split. I think there were conflicting calls to finish Baron or to fight. Well, it was 4 versus 5. That being said, that is just the nature of League of Legends. Sometimes you can't really decide what to do. And in this case, it looks like the big purple worm is going to go on over. Oh, Octavius going in is going to be able to find it with the help of the Super Mega Death Rocket. Trades their life, but Yasuo is now dead for 60 seconds.
Oh my god. This
is
such a fun series.
Yeah. I think at this point in the game, trading Pantheon's life for Yasuo's is incredibly worth it. I want Let 'em Cook to look for a fight here, look to solidify their advantage, maybe get some death timers so that you have control over this next dragon, maybe even get enough deaths if you can find a good 4v4 so that you win the game. But it doesn't look like they're quite ready to do that. They're just saying, look, we just got to scale up a little bit more. We got the Jinx, we got the Malzahar, we got the Rammus. If we just get a little bit more resistances, we are going to win these fights easy peasy.
Yeah, it's really insane to see. Wow, it's just amazing to see these team fights play out. You think that it's going one way the first bit of it, and then the longer it goes, the longer I feel like it goes towards the side of Avalanche in some, and to the other team as well. With Let 'em Cook, just cooking. I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm getting so tired.
QEMU is cooking up something here. He's rolling onto the back line. He is deep in enemy territory. But they are just unrelenting with their mid-siege here. And Let 'em Cook are just... they're chilling out. They're vibing it up underneath the turret. Meanwhile, though, Foking is going to be able to find a turret there, keeping the Yasuo in the top lane. So they decide to look for a fight in mid. QEMU now being taken incredibly low. Rakan going into the back line. Gluttony getting one shot by Gragas. There goes the unstoppable force, and now Dragon Excalibur is the only member left in the base. Full Metal chasing down the Foking, so he cannot stop them from ending. And it looks like this series will, in fact, go over to the boulders on the side of Team Avalanche.
Wow. I am going to need a dopamine detox after this game. Wow.
Woo!
Yeah. What
Okay.
a banger series.
Okay. I'm gonna say anyone from uh, Avalanche want to come get interviewed, absolutely come on in. I would love to talk to Miss the X.
I do too. I want to see. I want to hear them. Oh, is that it's also really awesome to see it end on a Zaya Rakan game, right? Getting the two together to finish the series off.
Yeah. And you were saying you wanted to see the Rakan? And they picked the Rakan, and they absolutely styled on it.
Yeah, definitely. It's like I said, both supports both did incredible, and it's just really hard to pick one, But if you have to go with the guns blazing Rakan, or you can go with
Oh, we've got him!
oh, we got him?
Missed the X. Welcome to the low budget LCS broadcast. Congratulations on that series. Just walk us through your emotions right now.
I'm pretty stoked. I just 2 series in, we're doing a lot better than I thought we would. We're on a high. That's all I'm saying.
Now, I'm just going to come out straight with it.
Yeah.
Have you considered playing AP Recon?
No, because Rakan isn't really one of my main picks.
Really? Because it looked pretty fucking good.
Thank you. I thought I played Rakan pretty fucking well that game too. That was a fun Rakan game. But yeah, I mean, my main is Pike. But that doesn't fit very well, hence the name. But like, I prefer to play Zillion in most cases.
Mm-hmm.
But that last game, Rakan was just too good for our comp to pass up.
Yeah, it looked absolutely great. So, I mean, take me through your feelings after, game 1 and then after game 2. So, like, how are you feeling going into game 2? How are you feeling going into game 3?
Game 1, we were feeling pretty damn good. The don't die strat worked great. Because if we step out of line, everyone press R and we win the fight anyway. The second game, not feeling as great. I don't like Yumi very much. It's a really fun laning phase, but everything after that, it's so boring.
You did get put on Yumi duty. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Yumi, but like you gotta play it while it's good,
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, Lels, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, so I'm just kind of curious, actually, since you mentioned that you play Pike.
Yeah.
Did you like feel like the Rakan playstyle like matched really well with all the jumping around and going to the back line? It seems so
Kinda,
natural
yeah.
to you.
Yeah, they're both very squishy dive champions. Because Rakan, yeah, you get kind of tanky once you get your Knight's Vow, your Zeke's conversions, but Rakan at the core of it's pretty squishy and relies a lot on his mobility to stay
Yeah.
alive, similar to Pike. So I think Rakan is a very natural support to move to from Pike, but that's
Yeah.
me.
You
Okay.
played it amazingly.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, absolutely fantastic games. That was a banger of a 3-game series. Beautiful to watch. Props
Very
also
fun to play.
to your counterpart Octavius. I think he played fantastically as well.
He did play very well.
You want to give any shout outs to anyone who helps your team, anyone who came out to support you, etc., etc.?
Shout out to Igabajif, my ADC, because he got really fucking tilted. Those were not very fun games with him, but he kept his head up. So good for him. But yeah, we got a few people in chat. We got Celery, we got Necromancer.
So not
It's good to
just
see support.
tilted, but really fucking tilted.
No, he was not having a good time after those first 2 games, let me tell you. He wasn't having a fun time with the support taking everything. I don't know who that was.
Think of it,
but,
Jeff. I'm even more tilted now.
that
That's
was
the
the plan. that
That's
was the
secret, I'm
plan.
always tilted.
All right.
Ugh.
Okay. I keep forgetting to raid people, so I want to find someone to raid. I don't think any of the other leagues are online. Does anyone? Okay, so last night I was playing solo queue, and I had a nice interaction with a Draven, and he was streaming. Do you guys want to watch his stream, or it looks like there's a 100T talk pod? What are we thinking?
Well, I mean, you're assuming a Draven player would be TOS friendly.
Like, he was very nice. I don't know. It's absolutely a gamble. We could go with the talk pod to be safe. Or wait, what is
To be safe.
League? Oh no, here we go. League Troll Series. There we go. We'll raid them. That's another group. Okay. And we are getting out of there. So with that, thank you all for joining us on this Wednesday night, and I'll have Lails take us out with their classic catchphrase.
Oh, what? I didn't know it had a catchphrase.
Yeah, you've got a classic catchphrase. What is it?
Oh, I don't know. What is it?